Conlon, has he been spotted out there? And also, has Hamish Gilmore been spotted? They're the two questions that we probably need answering before we kick off on this Indigenous round game here at Lavington Sports Ground.
Yeah, that's right. We've got the pre-game here at the moment on ground level. We haven't got our ambience mic on at present, so we probably won't pick that up from ground level. But, Dan, what about Sean Guernsey? So
astonishing.
Bob,
How happy would Bob be?
You just
one of his favourites.
One
Yeah,
of my favourites of all time.
You actually just missed that, but you just walked back into the box. But Sean Daly
Well,
is...
funnily enough, I got the news because I actually asked the Lavington coaching staff if you guys have a team sheet, and they're just trying to roll one. They're just trying to get one together for me, and he just looks at me and goes, "Sean Daly's playing." I think they were just as shocked as I was. So I couldn't believe it. And I went, no, he's not.
He possibly has to be one of the greatest players that's played the last 10 to 15, 20 years in the O&M, and he's been a superstar for the Albury Football Club, and I'm so glad I'm here to see him just play one more time. He was all I need now is for Joel Mackey to walk through the gate, and I'll be a happy man.
Yeah, absolutely unreal. So there's the ambience from behind. So Dan Vicara does, a wonderful work in the background. So we're starting to pick up some of the sound from ground level. But look, boys, we'll have a look at our tips for the other games. We work up towards the bounce here. What do you think at Martin Park, Dan, the Doggies and the Maggies?
It's really hard to see Wodonga winning, to be honest. With the amount of outs they sort of have, they're really sort of making up that team with numbers from the two. So it's going to be if they won, it would be one of the all-time victories. I know they're a lot better at Wodonga, and I know Wang historically aren't great at Martin Park as well. So if there's a little bit of inspiration from Ollie, who's much loved there as well. So who knows? Stranger things have happened, but I can't see them winning, to be honest, Lukey.
Okay, Dan. Bobby, for you, the Bulldogs or the Pies?
I'm going to go the Pies, and both teams come off a real hard slog. I'm just trying to work out which one was the less harder slog. And the Myrtleford game up there, it sounded like it was a real arm wrestling, some real knee-deep mud up there.
It was a pool. It was a pool, Bob.
So, Wangaratta, I just think they would have got buoyed out of last week's performance, and that could be the one that just gets them ticking, just gets them going, I suppose you could say. So I'm going for the Magpies.
Beautiful, rightio. We'll go to North Albury versus the Corowa, Rutherglen Roos, and Julian Hayes is back, which is great for North Albury. Dan.
Yeah, he's back and he'll be part of a win. So North.
Hazy and Jackson Wiedemann. Did I read that somewhere?
Yeah, he was
so
in.
Two massive big ins, and I firmly believe that North will they'll have a big win.
Okay, the Rovers, as we've mentioned a few times in our pre-game, thanks to Baker Motors, with Eddie Betts today, they should be able to get it done pretty comfortably against the Raiders, Dan.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that'll be a no-brainer. I think Rovers will get over the line, especially with Eddie Betts. Hopefully, he can kick a bag and put in a bit of a show.
Bobby, the Rovers?
Yes.
Yep, the Pigeons versus the Saints. Interesting game this, because we know the Saints will hang Well, I just nearly had my head blown apart there, Dan. But the Saints can hang around and be a nuisance, can't they, for quite a while. So they'll shake the Pigeons for a while down there.
Already, they're going to put up a good fight for 3 quarters. And I think Yarrawonga will win by 7 or 8 goals.
Yeah, Bobby?
Yeah, I echo Dan's thoughts there. Myrtleford, they've got a couple of big ins, but I just don't think they'll get the... It's a fortress down there. That's probably one of the hardest road trips in football.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah, the Pigeons for me.
Certainly. Bob Jackson.
Seem very, very crisp, but if I'm going to be honest, Albury looked very switched on and focused in regards to how they've gone about it. Their warm-up was precise. Aaron West has got the finger on the... seemed to be ready to roll, and I can't wait for this game to get started. The ground is the ground is in pristine condition, not a breath of wind. There's no excuses for the best game of football we've seen this season. So I'm really looking forward. I'm really excited. It is a Indigenous round. I just hope it brings up something special for us.
Very good, rightio. So the Panthers getting their last bit of crisscross handball in the Hannah Street end, about 25 out from goal, and the Tigers are also doing a bit of crisscross handball. So there you go. And Isaac Muller is out in the middle with John Ospina.
Lavington are kicking to the
scoreboard end.
Scoreboard end is in the Albury, obviously kicking to the Hannah Street end. Yeah,
beautiful. Again, in their Indigenous playing strips. So we can't wait to get it on here. And that is the pre-game done for Baker Motors here on OMFNL Live, 1494-201. As we said, our other broadcast game for today is between the Bulldogs and the Maggies. 15-6-3-8, that one being played at Martin Park. Rightio, a tip, Dan. What do you got for us?
I think Albury by 4 goals.
Albury by 4 goals. Beautiful. Bobby?
I just feel that the Glanville Ashley Cooper may have a bigger impact on the game than the ins for the Albury side. So, gee whiz, it's a tight one. It's going to be real tight for me. I'm a big fan of both clubs. Geez, you put me on it here. Can I have a 5? Can I sit on the fence, or is that no, not really? Okay.
Well, you can go a draw. There's only 3 things that'll happen.
I'm going to tip Lavington at home purely because they're playing at home. That's the only reason I can split the two sides. And I know I'm supposed to be making the hard calls in the comments, but that was soft as butter.
No, that's all right, Bobby Jackson.
For you, Bob.
No, that's all right. Well, how do you see the ruck duel, Bob Jackson, between Tim Hanna and Isaac Muller? It'll be pivotal, won't it?
Well, not only is it Tim Hanna, it's also Driscoll as well. So Big Isaac he's going to have his hands full majority of the day. So I'm looking forward to Timmy's an old-fashioned ruckman with crash and bash and working elbows and knees and all sorts of stuff going everywhere. And Izzy loves to get around the ground. I'd love to see Albury get more bang for buck out of their touches, out of their centre clearance, their clearance work and so forth. So I'm intrigued by this. I firmly believe that Lavington might just try something funky there with that ruck setup. So. That's how I see that there, Lukey.
Very good. Now, if you just joined us on OMFNL Live here at the Lavington Sports Ground, big news. Sean Daly is in a Tigers Guernsey and he's going to start. Let's have a look. He's down back, is he? There he is, Sean Daly. Yeah, he's down in the back line for the Albury Tigers.
Socks up as well.
Unreal, isn't it, Bobby?
He's gone to Jackie Driscoll. So he did this all throughout his career. Whenever they were down in a certain area, he took that mantle.
Yeah, it's round 12 at the Lavington Sports Ground. The first term is brought to you by A-Grade Oils and Batteries. It's the battle of the Jungle Cats, the Panthers and the Tigers. Let's get it on. There's Fletcher Carroll. Over the back, or trying hard was hard. And now Gaynor weaving through traffic. Jake gets on his right boot. Look at that. For the yellow and black.
Perfect work there. Front and centre by your small forward. That's exactly where you wake up thinking that I just got to get front and centre, front and centre, front and centre. And that's an interesting matchup. Matt Walker has got young Jesse Hart as company for the first little bit, and Jesse Hart had a real schooling there a couple of weeks ago when he took on Cam Yolmedals here against the Raiders. So that's an interesting start there, Lukey.
Yeah, you could not ask for a better start from Albury Tigers. Fletcher Carroll out of the centre, Jake Gaynor and Isaac Muller all getting their hands on it early.
Here we go, a reset back in the middle. Page got his boot to it. Fletcher Carroll went off the deck. Here's Kelly getting it back out to Page, and then a high ball to the half-forward flank here for the Tigers. At the front, Patton. Power fights for it. He's now over it, knocks it out. Good play. Here's a net. And then Carroll picks it up again. They might have a chance at a second here. Here goes Tiziani weaving through. That's a high ball. It's gone to the right and it's gone through for one behind. So 7 plays nil here on the Steel Line scoreboard. And on the NZ Albury time clock, we have gone 2 minutes, Dan.
Yeah, very interesting start from Albury. 2 centre clearances already, 2 inside 50s. Fletcher Carroll already up to 3 disposals. And we've been playing 1:30.
Patton. Long from the fullback position. There's Sean Daly. So he gets his first mark and touch of the game. Goes inside 50. The kick wasn't great, though. Mark taken by Patton. Out wide to O'Brien. There he is, Jake. We spoke to him in the pre-game. Great to have him on. The man from Romsey. And he's about to... Well, he's a little indecisive at the moment, Jake. 20-metre kick. Nice. Picking out Sam Hargrave. And then comes inboard to a net. So Chris with it. They're working across half-back. He's Sean Driscoll. Hasn't he been in super form for the Panthers?
Star.
Works at the heart. Now Bevan's out here. Reaches him. So about 3 or 4 possessions here. Inside defensive 50. Here's Quaid for the Tigers. Got a hand to it. Clements over the top to Tom Hargrave to Sean Driscoll. So the Panthers win it back. Smothered. John O'Male comes in. He's ripped around and he's gone. So a very quick call. And the Panthers to get it through Sean Driscoll. Trying to work it to the forward flank. They have it now. They play on. Tom Hargrave goes in. They get a high entry here. The Rooster. Oh, too easy. Ben Kelly just lost his man. And Tim has taken the mark. 25 out, Bobby.
Yeah, good movement there. A little bit of a turnover, a little bit of scrappy football here on the broadcast wing, and a couple of clear possessions. And the Rooster just has this knack of finding space, and he lost his opponent in Ben Kelly in flight, and he lines up and just see what sort of kicking boots he's got on today.
Here he goes, Tim. Scoreboard end. First shot on goal for the day, and he sneaks it in. He gets the Panthers first. So 7 plays 6 here on the Steel Line scoreboard. Ends at Albury. Time clock has gone 3.5. Let's go to Dan.
Yeah, really good fight back there from Lavington, but fantastic forward cross there by the Rooster. He just worked Ben Kelly under the ball and was able to hit up that mark as well. So positive fight back from Lavington. Early inside 50 entry, and Shawnee Driscoll on the stat sheet early as well. 3 disposals for him.
Very good, Dan. We'll go to you, Bobby. What are your thoughts early?
Oh, it's exactly what I was hoping. Open, fast flowing. It's got the recipe for a good game here today.
Very good. Away we go again in the centre. And then over the top of it was Sedgwick, and then Carroll came out of the middle. Bouncing ball, Sharrell after it for the Panthers. Coming from the opposite direction was Patton. McGrath now. This is Tom. Oh, nice ducking and weaving. Gets around his opponent. Goes inside 50. The mark is taken by Walker. Nice hands, Bobby.
Yeah, it's strong. This would be a good confidence booster for Walker. He saw this matchup as the one he was looking forward today. He would have turned up today looking at John Ospino standing next to him, but in fact he's got young Jesse Hart. So this is something that he'd be looking to teach the young fella a lesson, but we all know that Jesse Hart's up for it and he learns quickly, particularly when he plays against the bigger boys.
Odds against him here. Very tough angle for Matt. He's 45 out, Hannah Street end, and that one floats up. It's right. Hannah sits under it, over his head. It's gone through for 1 behind. So 8 plays 6 now on the Steel Line scoreboard. Opening term here at the Lavington Sports Ground, I should say, Dan.
Yeah, really intriguing watch at the moment as well. It's really end-to-end stuff from both teams, which we expected. Just hopefully they don't cancel each other out and play this end-to-end game.
Here's Hannah. Tim, the big man, inside their D50. And then sends it out towards centre wing on the far side. Good mark from Max Byrne. He's been good.
Oh, no.
In the last 2 seasons.
No.
What did you think, Bobby? It was turned.
It was a push in the back.
Okay.
Against young Byrne. That was.
Well, Max Byrne was certainly confused.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah. And the Panthers' kick has ended up out of bounds.
Sorry for that.
Oh, these things happen.
Fletcher Carroll as well on the 40-wing stat sheet, up to 4 disposals already, so he's lighting it up.
Boundary throwing, left of centre wing on the far side. Kelly. Jackson came out of the contest. Muller goes over the top. Sharrell tries to shift it forward here for the Panthers. Coming out Byrne again. And then Fletcher Carroll's got a chance to pounce on it. Spits one out the back. Sharrell, he's been busy early for the Panthers. And now, is that ball going to find the line here? Yes, it is. And we will have another boundary throw in. Left of centre wing on the far side, Dan.
Yeah, it's a really positive start for both teams, I think. Lavington are getting to work around the ground, but their stoppage work, Albury, has just been fantastic. 3 centre clearances already in the opening few minutes as well.
Dan Vaccaro on that 40-wing stat sheet, a whistle.
He's pulled out a free kick here, and it's going to go in the way of Lavington, a ruck infringement to Tim Hannah, I believe.
And Tim, short ball.
Oh, wow.
It was nice to Aiden Cook. And then a low driving kick too low. In fact, pick up from Jack Driscoll. Finds Costello. Gets one out to Nick Newton. Newton has a shot on goal. It's across the face. And a good mark from Osterhoff. He's hot early here, Bobby.
Well, that marking contest was no different to the one on centre wing. You know, hands in the back. You know, so young Maxie Byrne would be scratching his head going, what the hell is going on here? Because that's exactly what I did centre wing and had the free kick played against me. But Rooster, he's finding some space.
15 out. He can run around and snap this. He does now, and he puts it home. 2 shots a goal in the early stage of the first term for 2 goals for Tim Osterhoff and the Panthers, Dan.
Yeah, it was, and it's a great finish by the big Rooster, and he's just started the game perfectly, and that's going to do a world of his confidence, Bob. Just kick 2 early goals. We know he's had his kicking woes in the past, but now he's got on the board early. So positive start for Lavington, positive start for Rooster as well. So 2 marks inside 50 for Lavington, both through the entry of the big Roost.
All good forwards thrive on confidence, and he just needs to feed off this. You know, he has tendencies to get the yips, but he looks. All things look good, Dan. He looks really sharp with his kicking.
Big bag from Rooster today, I think.
Oh, yeah, 4-point lead.
Oh no,
to the Lavington Panthers on the steel line scoreboard. 12 plays 8 here, and then Hannah gets it down to the middle to Tom Hargrave. Over the top they go to Oscar Lyons, and then Lyons on the boot, a floating ball towards centre half forward, bounces. Here's Muller, and then puts it over the top, just hoping for a Tigers teammate to pick it up. Burns got to work. Here's McGrath. He's under pressure from the Panthers. Duncan takes the mark for the Tigers. Defensive 50, and Mick's just saying, settle down a bit, boys. Or squeezes one to Tiziani. So they're just adjacent to the scoreboard here. Lockie with it. And he goes with that long dump kick down the line. Isaac Muller sits under it, front spot, and takes the mark and plays on quickly to Jake Gaynor. They get another forward entry here. Walker got hands to it, dropped it, comes out the front. Tom Hargrave mops it up for the Panthers. Got it to Costello, then off to Hart. And Hart shifts it to the outer side here, over the top of Unthank. Sean Driscoll couldn't take the mark. Duncan plays on quickly. And then a short ball. What's he got there? There's Walker. He comes out, couldn't quite pick it up. Costello tries hard again. Duncan got a hand to it. Hannah goes in. Walker is he's outside 50 now. Umpire is going to call it. Goes to ground, and we will have a ball up.
Yeah, it's getting everything we want this game. The high pressure, end-to-end game. It's really exciting for both teams.
Certainly is. Dan Vaccaro with us on my left for 40 Winks. Bob Jackson on my right for the Newmarket Hotel. And now the umpire is going to call it again. So we've got a ball up here, just right of the centre, out on the flank. Blobby?
Yeah, young Jesse Hart's bounced back after a concerning start against Matt Walker. So he's bounced back the last couple of contests.
Powell, good hand pass out, a sweeping one to Tiziani, short one now to Powell. Elliott goes for home, swings it around on the right. What kind of goal is that? That is an absolute gem from Elliott Powell. A Sunjan goal of the day, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, that was fantastic by Elliott Powell. He just got the ball and used his smarts and was able to turn and snap it around the corner right on the boundary as well. So that's why he's a Morris medalist. He's a good player, and Albury are off to a positive start now as well. So they kick away. Fletcher Carroll's been dynamite. He's up to 4 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. 7 inside 50s to 3 in favour of Albury. So they are well on top in this contest to score 2 goals, 2 to 2-2-14. So they're well on top, but no pressure on the scoreboard as of yet.
And back in the middle. So a 2-point lead. 2-2-14. Plays 2 straight. The Tigers up here by 2 points on the steel line scoreboard. And we're going 10.5 for NZ, opening 2.
Isaac Muller's just getting to work as well around the ground.
Tigers go forward again. Walker steaming out over his head. Hart took it. Quaid on the boot. That's bouncing and missing to the left. So both teams are peppering the goals here, Bobby. It's been a good start, a good game to watch.
It's been fantastic. And this is something we asked for in the pre-match, was to bring this open, flowing, fast footy that they've been playing the last couple of weeks, or particularly the games that we've broadcast, and we're seeing it so far this afternoon.
Yeah, Isaac Muller as well on the 40-wing stat sheet, gentlemen. He's up to 4 disposals. He's taken 2 marks as well, so he's really starting to put his authority on this contest as well.
Round 12 of the Ovens and Murray for season 2024, and what a year we're having. Just been sensational. There's Powell putting it on the boot, sending it down towards the pocket, and we're going to have a boundary throw in here at the Hannah Street end. On the broadcast side, Bobby.
Just a matchup that we want to keep an eye on as well. John Espina's actually gone to Jacob Conlon out of the goal square. So the Tigers have got the 2-prong attack in Walker and Conlon today. So they're going to have a hands for the Lavy defence.
Let's have a look down there. There's Marla grabbing it straight out of the ruck on the boot, hooked it around. Conlon got hands to it. comes out the front. Jacob goes again, swings around, right foot snap. There's another. That's a gem also from Jacob Conlon. And the Tigers get their third, Dan Vaccaro.
They are. They're starting to play really good football, and they're starting to really put the pressure on Lavington. And it's going through that man in the ruck. Isaac Muller is starting to have an influence at every single stoppage. He's dominating at the moment. 6 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's grabbed it out of the ruck probably 4 times, and he's taken 2 marks. So unless they can find a way to nullify him, he's going to start giving them first purchase in the midfield, or he's going to take it out themselves. So hot start by Albury. 2-0, 12. Lavington plays Albury 2-3, 15. So really positive start. Fletcher Carroll's getting to work. Jakey Gaynor's getting to work as well with 3 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet early and the goal. So Lavington, Albury looking very positive.
Yeah, what an entertaining start, Bobby.
Yeah, the scoreboard's just a little bit behind. I think it's, is it 3 goals or 2 goals, Dan?
3 goals now, I think, yeah.
Here's Newton. Out of the middle he goes. Oh, good mark over the top. Here's Corby Robertson taking it. So we saw him play so well in the Navara Cup Grand Final in 2023, didn't we, Dan? Right here at the Lavington Sports Ground.
We did. You and me did that game, Lukey, and he looked to start that day.
Here he goes, Corby. Does love a goal. We know that. He'll strike this from right on the 50 arc scoreboard, and he gets some air in it. Players up, or Sean Driscoll climb from behind. Ball rolling towards the chalk, still in. Or is it out now? It is.
Hit the stick.
Okay, it's hit the behind post, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
We will, and I'll tell you what is very positive for Lavington at the moment. When they do go forward, they look like they're going to score. Only 3 entries, but they've scored twice out of those entries as well.
Muller tried to get a fist to it. Fletcher Carroll hacks it out of the contest. And O'Brien got a bad bounce. There's Jake Gaynor coming through. Plays on to Quaid. Short ball now to Elliot Powell. Here they come through the corridor of the Tigers. Now, no one's forward of this for the Tigers. There's 2 Panthers getting back, and that is Hart in the net. Here goes Jesse. Picks it up now under pressure. And the ball's gone out of bounds in the pocket again at the Hannah Street end broadcast side.
I don't know why players ask for deliberate, Bob. I can't work it out. Matt Walker there put his hands up. They don't call it in this league.
No, they don't. They certainly don't.
Back into play. Muller, so strong to Fletcher Carroll. And there's a whistle.
Throw.
Panthers will get it here to Jack Driscoll.
Just one thing I've picked up, Lukey, is the Lavington defensive group have got their tasks ahead. Spina's followed Conlon everywhere. Critter, what's Critter's proper name? He's following Tiziani everywhere, and also Young Hart's following Walker everywhere. So they've got their jobs for this afternoon.
The kick in the end went to Tom Hargrave, and he came to Jack Driscoll. So Jack now takes it down to the wing with a good kick. Fletcher Carroll picks it up again. Got it out the side. Here's Tim Hannon for the Panthers. Short one. Packer picks it up, though, for the Tigers. High ball, straight up and down. Cook sits under it. Umpire says play on. Didn't go the required distance. Here's Ben Kelly for the Tigers. Gets it out to Powell. Short one to Duncan. Away they go on centre wing. And then this one, very wide for Isaac Muller. Didn't come off Mick Duncan's boot at all well, Bobby, and it's gone out of bounds.
Chris Annetts. Not Critter.
What are they calling? Critter?
Yeah, sorry. That's a bit of old school going to the nickname, but his name's Chris Annetts. He's going everywhere where Lockie Tiziani's this afternoon. Sharrell
on the boot for the Panthers at a D50. Cook over the top. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Power goes in again. The call is over the shoulder. He wins the ball so often in that situation because he just bores in so low. Jack Driscoll down towards the goal square here. Quaid pounces onto it. Then the Tigers get another. That's their 4th. So 27 plays 12 now on the Steel Line scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock has gone close to 16. Dan, first term.
Yeah, and what a play there by Elliot Powell. He was just so fantastic, streaming through the midfield, put it in a dangerous spot. 9 times out of 10, your Albury Crummers are going to get to that ball and finish the goods as well. So really positive start by Albury is now 4-3-27 plays 2-0-12. So Lavington got a little bit of work to do. They're good when they go forward, but they're not winning out of the middle enough. And around the grounds quickly in the AFL is North Melbourne 19 to Gold Coast Suns 31 and Port Adelaide 32 to Western Bulldogs 2. Early days.
Very good. And back here at the Lavington Sports Ground, the Albury Tigers have kicked the last 3 goals of the opening term. Here we go. Let's have a look. That was Newton getting rid of it. Fletcher Carroll, he's just been workmanlike. Here's Newton again. Whistle downfield. Did you catch that one, Bobby?
No, I didn't catch that one, mate. I missed that. I think it was an act on the kick. I think it might have been a push in the back from what I'm seeing here right now. So
I think he came in late and dumped him after the kick. Yep.
Sam Hargraves gets the kick down ground.
He does. So he'll make contact from 35 out directly in front of the scoreboard end, Sam. So this one to respond for the Panthers. Needs to put this one through just to settle those Panthers down again. In he comes Sam. Oh, makes no mistake. That is absolutely perfect. So 27 plays, 18 now on the Steel Line scoreboard. What an opening quarter of footy we got, Dan.
It's really interesting because Albury are dominating the contest, there's no doubt. But what Lavington are doing really well is they're just making sure that they're, getting maximum damage every time they go on the 50. I know that was a downfield free kick, so I was a little bit fortunate. But the other 3 times they've gone in, they've scored twice out of those 3. So they're almost as if, look, we're not on top at the moment, but we're still grinding. And when we get it in that 50, we've got to make sure that we convert. And they are at the moment. So Lavington right in the contest at the moment. Shawnee Driscoll's playing well. Jakey O'Brien, Tom Hargrave, all getting their hands in the footy early.
9-point lead to Albury.
Free kick off the square. It looks like a 6-6 infringement. So I've got Isaac Muller.
Here he goes, Isaac. The comps, Premier Ruckman, and he goes inside 50. Oh, look at that. Quaid tried to spit it out the side. Costello on the boot. Here's Patton going back and rushes it through for one behind. When I say the Premier Ruckman, we can't forget Lockout, can we, Bobby?
No, that's exactly right. There's some high-quality ruckmen, and Tim Hanna also slots into that category as well. So there's some, particularly today, there's some good ruckmen on show today in this game.
Sure is. Here goes Nick Patton. Deep in defence for the Lavington Panthers. Jack Driscoll got a fist to it, came out the front. Here's Sam Hargrave, the game's last goal kicker, going towards half forward for the Panthers. Ben Kelly got a fist to it. Here's Jackson Kelly, picks it up nicely, gets it out wide to Packer. Packer, very short ball to McGrath. Must have only just gone the required distance. Tigers with possession. Left of centre wing on the broadcast side to the half-forward flank. Hannah rode the ball perfectly to Sedgwick. They come this way to Oscar Lyons. Short ball to Sam Hargrave. Gee, he's picking up some stats. We're not taking his today, but I tell you what, he's not leading them. Here's Sedgwick for the Panthers. Look at that. Oh, turn it over into the corridor so the Tigers have a chance to go in here through Jake Page. 65 to 70 out. Oh, Blomley just out of his reach. Here they come, the Panthers again. Packer and Hargrave are going to meet. Packer is brought down by Sam Hargrave. Blomley joins the contest in the umpire to take control here, Bobby.
I reckon Jake Page would love his time over again. He's got 3 big boppers and also Isaac Muller inside that forward 50, and he's kicked it to Will Blomley outside the 50. So you just got to get inside that 50 and back your superstars to get the ball.
Here they go again through Walker, Albury. And the mark is taken back there by Oscar Lyons. Such a young, talented player. Oh, the kick wasn't on. Tiziani's picked it off. Short one to Carroll. Panthers pounce on him. And the umpire again to ball it up. Now, Dan, marks inside 50 thanks to 40 Winks opening turn.
Lavington have taken 4 to Albury's 1 at the moment, so a lot more potent.
Yeah, you're right about that. Here's a net. Kelly to Jacob Conlon, usually good in these situations under high pressure, and that one has gone out of bounds on the full.
And Isaac Muller on the 40 wing stat sheet as well, guys. 9 disposals for him. He's absolutely dominating this contest as well, and that's leading to Albury's 13 inside 50s for the game.
Do you reckon Ruckman know that they've got a big day ahead of them and prime themselves? Like Big Izzy knew he was coming up against 2 good quality Ruckmen, and he'd be up for it today.
Oh, gee, that was a dangerous kick. Trying to get Costello. Spina overran it. Tigers through Carroll. Get it out the back to Quaid. He's looking at his second in the first term. Sitting back there, Tiziani. Oh, dropped it. Then out the back to McGrath. Trying to find a yawn Black Guernsey. Short one to Kelly. On to Conlon. He'll have another go at it. That one's smothered. And again, back to where we're started. We're going to have a boundary throw in the pocket here. Hannah Street End broadcast side.
I think Tiziani gets the benefit of the doubt there. I think the sun might have been in his eyes, Bob. And he's...
The sun's behind him.
No. Sun was in his eyes.
Sounds like you got the call there, Dan. Look at that for a mark. A beauty from Corby Robertson. Climbing high. Don't know about the kick, though. Highly dangerous. Picks up Darcy Smith in the end. He'll get out of trouble. Right out wide to Rasharrell. And then Rasharrell Tries to fire one back in, turned over, in they go the Tigers. Let's have a look. Hayes has had a shot at goal. That one is out of bounds on the full.
Young Corby Robertson, he's a Spring Hill Jack twice already. He's taking a nice contested mark at both ends of the ground, and yeah, he's quite the excitement machine.
He is. Here's Nick Patton. Back flank for the Panthers.
Our man.
Yeah, there he is, Jake. Jake O'Brien. The Macedonian Marvel. We've nicknamed him, haven't we, in the pre-game, Bobby?
Yes.
To Chris and Nat.
I think that nickname's already taken.
And here he goes, Chris. To Tim Hanna, then on to Tom Hargrave. Panthers going 40, short ball inside 50. Well done. And again, Corby Robertson takes the mark. So he's doing it at both ends, Bobby.
Some hard running there, and I love the space that both clubs are creating inside their forward 50 and forward half of the ground. That was some really hard gut running there by young Robertson. He worked hard. He took a defensive 50 mark, and then he's worked his tail off to present a target for Sam Hargraves. And Tom Hargraves doesn't miss a target.
10-point margin at the moment. This to bring it back to 4. Corby Robertson from 45 out. Scoreboard end, no. He's pulled that one right to the left, and that's gone out of bounds on the full. Now, the Tigers are going to have to bring this back. Jacob's saying, why can't we play on? But he didn't realise that it was called out on the full, Dan.
Yeah, it was called out in the full, but just going back to Tom Hargrave, that was experience personified there, that kick. He just had the whole entire 50 to look at, and he just decided to hit a target 20 metres in front of him. That's why he's such a valuable player to Lavington as well.
Opening turn brought to you by A-grade oils and batteries at the Lavington Sports Ground. Dan Vaccaro on those 40-week stats. Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel. And Luke Francis calling for McRae Motors on a beautiful day. As they come out of the back pocket here, the Tigers trying to hit McGrath. He's got to work now, Tom. And then puts it up here. Charlie, I should say. Annette goes in. There's Spina. Then gets it out to O'Brien. To Annette again. On the boot. High ball going to the half-forward flank. Unthanked trying to get a fist over the top. Cook is there. There goes Sedgwick. Out to Tom Hargrave. And then the Tigers trying to work it out here. Here's Duncan after it. Hannah came in. Aiden Cook tried to get a handball up. Ball's gone out of bounds here in front of our broadcast spot.
Yeah, it's a really good contest at the moment. Both teams are going end to end. Albury have definitely dominated the quarter, 14 inside 50s to 5. But the scoreboard is very close because Lavington, when they do go forward, are extremely potent as well. So really good watch.
Albury up by 14 on the steel line scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock has gone close to 25 here in the first term. Tiziani over the top as Nui wiped out Walker, his teammate. Bevan off the ground. And then Cook goes again, gets one up. Here's Sedgwick on the boot and just thumps it forward here. Jack Driscoll got a fist to it. And then Packer goes beyond him. Tom Hargrave. Rochelle comes in. There's Unthank. Gets a short one to Powell. Gee, got taken down hard. Play goes on now. Annette and Cameron.
Oh, gee whiz.
Oh, that was a good contest, Bobby.
Well, not really, because he gave away the free kick. But there was a contest here where all 4 players went hard at the ball, and John O'Spina came off second best. He got a bit of a tickle to the ribs from Lockie Tiziani as he came in nice and hard.
Muller, virtually uncontested in the end.
Best on ground, Muller. 11 disposals for him.
He's such a colossus, isn't he? How would you go in a bench pressing comp against him, Dan?
Not good, mate.
Yeah.
Considering I come up to his hip,
No, don't worry.
I don't think it would be too good.
I don't think I would either. Kelly out wide to John O'Mail on the back flank here for the Tigers. And then gets it out wide to Jake Page. Jake on a true half-back flank here, wide out, the scoreboard end. Far side, goes short to Mick Duncan. 28 plays 18, round 12, O&M action. Tigers up here in the first term. Powell off his knee. Tom Hargrave picks it up for the Panthers and then gets it on to Patton. So here they come, Lavington. Unthank the front. Good contest from Osterhoff just to bring the ball to ground. O'Brien, he tries to get it out wide. Here's Mick Duncan. And then goes with a short ball. And they pick up John O'Mail. They play on here and want fast ball movement. Getting some speed on the pill. Inside 50. Good mark from Matt Walker. Solid, Bobby.
That's your classical forward 50, key forward mark, and that's a confidence boost if I've ever seen it. Just floating in from the side. John O'Spina might be just a little bit second hand after the big clash just here in front of us, but wow, that was a really big, that's a chest pumping catch that was in the forward 50. He just needs to go back and put this through. That was something to see, Dan.
Yeah, it was fantastic. He's a brilliant player, and he could have a big day today and make the sort of game turn into 8 points.
Yeah, he's got very good hands. Vice-like grip he gets on them. Matt Walker, the kick just off target though, and it's gone through for a minor score. So 29 plays 18 on the Steel Line scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock has gone close to 27 here in the first term. Here's Clements for the Panthers. Clemson, I should say. Caleb. And Caleb, high ball to true centre wing. Oh, good mark, Ben Kelly. He's over to come in and take it. And goes to Tom O'Brien. Takes on Sean Driscoll now. Had to put the foot down. Gets his kick away inside 50 again. Big fist over the back from Spina. Tom Hargrave trying to weave through some traffic down there. And net was Chris. Got it on the boot here. Thanks after it. So too Rasharrell. Close to the quarter-time break here at the Lavington Sports Ground. And we play on that outer side. Cameron to Fletcher Carroll. Goes short. Into Walker again. Beautiful footy from Fletcher. And he's found Matt. And they also get a 50, Bobby.
Yeah, a bit of a high late shot there to Matt Walker. Just got a late clip across the ears by, it might have been John Espino maybe, but a certain goal for Matt Walker from the goal square.
And he kicks one and he gets his first. So 35 plays 18 here on the Steel Line scoreboard. Dan, they're getting away a little, the Tigers.
Yeah, they are kicking away. The better team this quarter. They just didn't have the scoreboard pressure, but now they do. Probably a little bit deflating by Lavington to give away that 50-metre penalty and turn it into a certainty for Matt Walker. He's a player you don't want to get going because he can kick an absolute bag today and bury them. So that one there, a little bit deflating, but they're dominating Albury. 16 inside 50s to 5 now. So Lavington really got to do something. I think it's the centre work. Isaac Muller's given him first purchase, and if it's not Isaac Muller getting into their midfielders, he's taken out of the ruck as well. So a few danger signs for Lavington.
Yes, certainly. As we come back to the centre, and there's Shake Gaynor bursting out of the middle. Goes for Walker. Or just dropped that one. Hart, nice handball. Off to Jake O'Brien. And a low driving kick. Look at that for delivery. Out towards Darcy Smith. And that ends the first term at the Lavington Sports Ground. And didn't we see some scoring, some fast ball movement? Great to watch. And at the quarter-time break, it is the Albury Tigers 5-5-35, leading the Lavington Panthers 3 straight 18. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
For out there, Jaco Aubrey Wodonga.
O&M live on 2AY.
Yeah, welcome back to the Lavington Sports Ground. And after the first break, it is the Albury Tigers 5-5-35 leading the Lavington Panthers 3 straight 18. Let's go to Denver Carra now for the McRae Motors quarters best.
Yeah, really good on the eye this game, Lukey Francis. It's a really interesting contest. Both teams are attacking for McRae quarters best. For Lavington, I think it's Tom Hargrave. He's playing really well. He's at 8 disposals. His efficiency coming out of the midfield and going into this forward 50 has been really on show. So he's playing some really good footy at the moment. And then over for Albury Tigers, Isaac Muller has been brilliant. He's up to 11 disposals. But Fletcher Carroll as well. He's up to 8 disposals, and he's a Rolls Royce for them in that midfield. So those guys there really getting to work.
That's the best way to describe Fletcher Carroll. He is a Rolls Royce. He's worked particularly into forward 50. You know, those forwards, particularly Walker, Tiziani and Big Conlon, they'd be just licking their lips whenever they see Fletcher Carroll. And I reckon the other midfielders have perked up as well. Gaynor and also Elliot Powell, when they see that they've got 3 big whoppers and plenty of space. That's the thing I've noticed so far, DVAC, is that both clubs are playing with some serious space inside their forward 50. Roosters taking a couple of nice marks. Young Corby Robertson's taking a couple of nice marks. Also, as you mentioned, inside 50 marks. The Albury Tigers have really taken some nice inside 50 marks. So the recipe for a nice, open, fast game is there, and I'm excited by what I've seen so far and what I'm about to see as well. So, some really good. And I think we noticed something at the quarter-time break there. Young Billy Glanville had his foot in a moon boot, DVAC. Did you see that?
Really interesting. We had Jakey O'Brien on the thing, and the news that we got was that he was crook, but he is, I can definitely say on the boundary, he's there right now. I'm looking at him. He's got a moon boot on, so very interesting watch in the coming days.
So does that mean Jakey O'Brien is on written warning of being our man if he's going to give us false information?
Not a good start, Bob. Not a good start for Jakey O'Brien.
Oh, Jakey. No, we like him.
We love him, mate.
And there he is on the outer side at the moment.
He's a liar.
Oh, dear. Now, Bobby,
yes, mate.
What would have you said to your Panthers if you were Adam Schneider at quarter time?
I need a lift from my midfielders, maybe higher rotations through the midfield to match it with those guys. There's some superstars in that Albury midfield. You can just look there now. You've got Carroll, Powell, I think young Page. So I need a lift from those guys.
Very good. Here we go. Second term. It's brought to you by Jaco Aubrey Wodonga. And Power went over the top.
Oh, no.
Fletcher Carroll whistle. Bobby, what did you see?
It was just a good, honest contest. I don't think he got him high. It was just it was an inflamed contest that the umpire saw.
Here goes Newton. Long ball forward here for the Panthers. Big pack forming over the back. It goes. Whistle again.
Oh, the old fox.
And it's going to the Tigers and Sean Daly. That's right. If you tuned into 1494 2AY and O&M Live, no. I did say Sean Daly. He's playing in the 22 Guernsey for the Tigers. Turn it over to Newton. Here he goes, Nick. Look at this. Hooks onto it, thumps it. That is an absolute top-shelf bottler. A Sunjan goal of the day to Nick Newton. That was an absolute ripper.
That was described that perfectly. Look, absolute bottler, ball biter, rip snorter, you name it. That was a beauty. Running towards the WG Hartley stand into the pocket and swung her across his body. And we had a perfect view. That just curled back beautifully. That was fantastic. And while that was happening, Nico Cedric's come off from that clash in the middle. It looked as though it was a corky to the thigh. So he's just getting a bit of treatment down here on the Lavy bench right now.
Yeah, great work, Bob. And what a finish by Nick Newton, and what a start for Lavington. Straight out of the middle, first clearance to them.
Costello working hard. Here's Tom Hargrave. He spins out of the back and then goes with one to half forward here. Bouncing ball. Driscoll picks it up. That was Jack. Whistle again. Little throw there. So Sean Daly wins the ball on this occasion and then sends it back out to centre wing on the far side here. Duncan working hard up against Costello. Mick breaks away. Oh, well done, Jack, just to get a hand in there. But now Jacob Conlon has it. Goes to the pocket and Walker comes out and takes the mark. He was hot in the first term and he looks like he's going to continue on, Bobby.
That was fantastic. Forward to forward. They know how they want the ball delivered. So big Jacob Conlon just delivered that. I'm not sure it was lace out or lace in, but that was just superb pass. And Matty Walker, he'd be thinking, gee, I could be on for one here today if I just get it right.
35 plays, 24 here on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard in the second term. Matt Walker, 35 out here, scoreboard in, that one across the face.
Ooh.
And in fact, that one has gone out to bounds on the full, Dan.
Yeah, caught a lucky break there. Matt Walker looks lively. He's not got his kicking boots on yet, but if he can get a hold of this game, Lavington could be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Spooner. 20 out from the Panthers' own goal. Scoreboard end. Oh, goes back to the pocket. That's okay. Picks up Bevan. Matt Walker mans the mark. Dan Vaccaro on that 40-week stat sheet today. Bob Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel and Luke Francis for McRae Motors on O&M Live, 1494 2AY. As we said, the other broadcast game, the Doggies and the Maggies over at Martin Park on 15-663-E. Here's Muller spearing one in. Hart's going to come back out for the Panthers to Tom Hargrave, trying to pick it up against Byrne. Or that may have come off Byrne's boot. That's what the Panthers are saying. Boundary umpire says, no, I'm not having that.
They don't play out of bounds on the full or deliberate or insufficient effort. They just throw it in.
Yeah. Well, you can't go wrong that way, can you, Bobby?
Please.
That's a high ball, that one. There's Muller. Grabbed it straight out. Fletcher Carroll, my goodness, he is on fire. There's O'Brien out the back to Tom Hargrave. And then wants to come to the corridor. Here's Smith. Nice grab in those pink wheels. And he wants to play on now. Moves it quickly to the half-forward flank. Osterhoff stretches and dropped it. Kelly mops up for the Tigers. Turned over, though. Panthers have it again. Sam Hargrave over the top to Tim Osterhoff. So good play. Now, Bobby, if he has a shot, he'd have to kick it at least 50.
Yeah, he'd be kicking it right off the paint. That was clever by Rooster. He dropped the chest mark that he probably would have normally taken and then sort of read the play beautifully and folded out the back and just found himself in some space. He's got an innate ability to find space, this guy, and he's hard not to like.
Yeah, here he goes, the Rooster. He's about to latch onto one. Set sail for home. That's swinging back. That is absolutely perfect. Another Sunjan goal of the day. Dan, are we seeing some good footy?
Yeah, we are. That's a brilliant finish there by the Rooster, and he just puts through his third goal for the day, so he's absolutely dominating. And we'll go around the grounds as well. Wangaratta Rovers 5-6-36 plays Wodonga Raiders 0-0-0. North Albury 6-6-42 to Coral Rutherglen 3-1-19. All square at Martin Park 4-3-27 apiece between Wodonga and Wangaratta. So some good games around the countryside today, and this one here shaping to be a good game as well. Big Roosters kick three.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, Rooster.
Absolutely. 5-point margin. The Tigers up 5-5-35 to 5 straight 30 here on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. We're in the second term, and it's brought to you by Jayco Albury Wodonga. Now, Gaynor got it on the boot. Oh, well done to Tiziani. Half forward here for the yellow and black. They go inside 50. Walker again over the back. Hart's got to go after it again. Tries to get there over the top now. He might be gone. High. Oh, Walker just got him across the chops, Bobby.
Yeah, listen, he wasn't happy with that decision. And you're never going to win that argument with an umpire. You never will, Luke. You never will.
Speaking from experience, Bob.
I've never won one.
There goes Jesse Hart into the middle.
It's like being married.
To Sedgwick. Be careful, Bobby. Be careful. And there goes Nico. Forward here, entry here for the Panthers. Hannah Street end. Big fist away. Here's Corby Robertson. Did a couple of good things in the opening term. Out to Page and then gets it on. Here's McGrath. They move it up the line. Charlie trying to find a teammate in Walker. Spina's back there though. Walker nearly had him. And that goes again. Fists it out. That ball heading towards the chalk. And it goes out of bounds left of centre wing.
You can't tell me that midfielders don't have egos, because the first 3-4 minutes, Divac, the Lavy midfielders had to roll the dice, had the ball, and then that last centre break, the midfield of the Albury Tigers just said, right, it's time for us to have a bit of a crack here. And the superstars, Powell, Carroll, Gaynor, just flex their muscles.
Yeah, what a big 4 points it is on offer this afternoon, hey? The Lavington Panthers 5 and 6, sitting 7th on the O&M table. The Albury Tigers 6 and 5, 5th on the ladder. Here's Cook and Unthank. Off the ground by Cook. Here's Sean Driscoll up against Byrne. Takes him on, stood him up. Ball's gone out of bounds.
He's another fella that can float through the midfield, Shawnee Driscoll. I think he's rolled through there yet today, Divac. I think he can play a role there and help those boys out through the middle. Cedric's lifted the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, he does. He usually sees 5 to 10 sort of centre bounces a game, Shawnee, but he hasn't been in there yet.
A kick in it. 35 plays 30 here. Tigers up on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. Jack Driscoll through his hands. Hannah Street and inside 50. And we're going to have a ball up here, about 25 out from goal, Dan.
Yeah, it's a really interesting watch at the moment. Tom Hargrave's playing a brilliant game of footy at the moment. He's up to 10 disposals. He's got a lot of onus on his back as well with Will Glanville out.
Muller. And then Powell got a fist to it. He was being held. Good call from the umpire. So here's Elliott.
Geez, you're a brown nose.
Oh, come on, Bobby. Oh, gee, you wouldn't see me umpiring. It is a tough gig, Bobby. There goes Kelly. And then tries to shift it to Conlon. Jacob, he doesn't drop them often. He dropped one on that occasion. And good, strong contest over there with Hart. Umpire again to take it.
Young Jack Costello, who Jack said in the preview that he was going to play a little bit more midfield time. He's played a bit of a role, Divac.
Yeah, he has. I think he's almost he's trying to do a run with roll between sort of Fletcher and Jake Gaynor at certain centre bounces. Hasn't got a lot of the footy himself, but he's in and under a lot. So he's up to 4 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. But he's as tough as they come, young Jack.
Yeah, we've got to play it down over here. Elliot Powell gets up very, very slowly. And I think he's carrying a pretty bad ankle injury there, Bobby.
Yes, he's
is there an ankle, a hip, or a knee?
He's just rolled an ankle.
It's not too bad. He just kicked off it.
Muller. Oh, dropped it. Hannah tried to squeeze one out. And now McGrath at the bottom. Charlie might be in trouble here. Yeah, he's gone.
Good decision.
Umpire pings him. Oh, come on, you browners. Hey?
Rich.
Oh, this is just unbelievable.
Cedric's
Dan,
back out.
that's just hypocrisy.
I'm not taking sides.
In its purest form. Here goes Costello. And then sends one in for the Lavington Panthers here. Hannah Street and out the back. Osterhoff, Tim tapping it along the ground up against Duncan. Well done, Mick Duncan. One of a chalk got it. And that was good defensive work, Bobby.
Yeah, that was. We spoke about Costello, and that entry was to Roosters' advantage. He's clever with the way he just nudges the defenders out of the way. He's given all inches to Kelly, but he's just clever.
So no change to the scoreboard. Still that 5-point lead here to the Tigers.
In the back, straight to Isaac Muller, who's going to be coming up for his 14th disposal.
Goes to Unthank, broadcast side back pocket.
Beautiful left kick, Unthank too. If you can unleash this one 30 or 40 metres, love to see it.
Oh, Fletcher Carroll.
You're right, Dan. Now look at that. He's trying to find Fletcher Carroll out the back. Bevan got a hand to it. So Fletcher will take possession. Away he goes. Doesn't muck around. To centre half forward. Oh, Chris Annette read it perfectly. Tiziani had turned his back on it. To Costello. Here goes Jack. Or it'll get to Rasharrell. Had a bit of time. Left foot up the line here. Trying to find Sean Driscoll. Gets him. Chips one over the top to Darcy Smith. Panthers have moved this ball nicely. Now, this is the entry. What can they do here? Cook leads. Smith ignores him. He goes in deeper. Over the back it goes. Cook. Right foot. He's got it. Aiden's kicked the goal. And Lavington hit the front. So 36 plays 35 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock has gone over 10. This game is a beauty, Dan.
Yeah, it is. And what they're doing is quite simple. They're just getting to work, Lavington. They're going through the midfield when they can. They're going to, I guess, the quickest way to goal, and they're starting to play really good forward 50 football. So 7 inside 50s for them to Albury Tigers 2. Jack Costello has worked into the game really brilliantly. Bob mentioned him before. He's up to 5 disposals this quarter on the 40-wing stat sheet, and Tom Hargrave's continuing his good work as well. So they've got a good mix. It was probably going to take a quarter or so to fill in that sort of holes left by Ben Ashley Cooper and Glanville, but they're going really well at the moment.
A reset back in the centre. Second term at the Lavington Sports Ground. There's Gaynor over the top to John O'Mail. Hurriedly on the boot. Fletcher Carroll after it again. Yep, that man. Then to Jake Page. Back to Fletcher. And then he goes with about a 35-metre kick. Well done, Bevan, getting back to cut off the lead there from Walker. Off the ground. Here's Conlon. Gets the handball out the back of the contest to Jackson Kelly. Right foot banana, and that one's gone across the face. In fact, it's gone through for 1- score here. So all square, 36 all on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, Dan.
Yeah, it is, and that's the one player I want to see get going a bit, Jackson Kelly. I've only got him down for 2 disposals so far in this game, and we know how dangerous he can be. So if he can get his hands on the footy, it's going to help Albury as well, put some scoreboard pressure on.
What have you made so far of the second term, Bobby?
It's all Lavington, to be honest. They're super efficient going forward. Costello, and another guy that we've just sort of slid under the radar who's playing a midfield role today with a couple of guns out is Nick Newton. He's been really influential with the ball moving forward of half. So he's another one that stepped up to the plate.
John O'Mail taken down by Cook. And Aiden, he knew that he just got him unfairly there. And here's Jono. It's been good. There's not much of him, but he's a tough little player. He's a real goer. Hard at the back. Walker at the front. Had one bite of it. Hannah. Kelly's got him wrapped up. Walker again. He's proving a handful down there today. It's one of the best games I've seen him play in a yellow and black Guernsey. And then players fight away for it. That ball's going to be tied up. And the umpire wants it for a ball up. About 35 out here at the scoreboard end.
Really good contest at the moment, DVAC. Both sides having a crack.
Panthers trying to clear defence. Miles sits under it. Oh, big climb over the back. Mick Duncan slammed heavily on his back too. He's a little winded, Mick. It's taken a while to get up. Osterhoff just forward of centre wing here on the far side. He winds up, Tim. He thumps it in there. Jack Driscoll at the back. Nice work up against Sean Daly. And Jack has taken the mark, Bobby.
I'm not sure what the Roosters done, but his kicking has been A1 today. He hasn't missed a target both at goal or by foot. That was a beautiful field kick. He read the room beautifully. He played on, used the stand reel to his advantage, and he saw that Driscoll had a distinct height advantage over Sean Daly and kicked it to his advantage perfectly and took a great contested mark.
Yeah, the Rooster hasn't got the ball stuck in his claws this afternoon. He is on. And here goes Jack Driscoll. 40 out. Hannah Street, and it's a minor score here. So 37 plays, 36 on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. The Panthers up by 1, Dan.
Yeah, really good contest here at Lavington Sports Ground. But we will go around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Rovers 44 to Wodonga Raiders 6. North Albury 49 to Kororoa 25. Wodonga 33 to Wangaratta 33. And Yarrawonga 23 to Murderford 17.
That's the voice of Dan Vaccaro on OMFNL Live. Now Quaid getting it out wide for the Tigers. Over the top. Page try to go for it. Lyons, nice hand pass into Clemson, and then Clemson, nice work, clean into Tim Osterhoff, and he should have a shot here, Bobby, from about 45 out Hannah Street end.
He's on the Rooster. He's nice and clean with his hands. His kicking seems to touch wood. His kicking seems to be on today, so all goes well for a big day. There's plenty of space for him to work in, but in saying that, he has a knack of finding his own space, so. I like the way this guy goes about it. He's not the typical 6'7" key forward. He's just forward craft's impeccable.
Here he goes, Tim. He pops it up. That one's not going to be a goal. That's through for a minor score also. So 38 plays 36 now. 2-point lead of the Panthers on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone close to 15, so we're probably just beyond the halfway mark in the second term, Dan.
Yeah, really interesting watch at the moment. Both teams playing some pretty decent footy at the moment. I think Lavington are definitely on top at the moment. 9 inside 50s to 5 this quarter, and some good players. Jack Costello's been a good one this quarter, up to 6 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Ben Kelly, long ball out of defence. Panthers have it. And they've got it, and they send it in now. Oh, Robertson, another one. Oh, he's lively, Bobby.
He's got some sticky fingers, this boy. He's taken some nice vertical marks, and that one there was on a lead with hands out in front, and Albury defender had no chance there. That was perfectly delivered by Campbell McRae here on the wing after a nice contested mark, and about 40 metres out, Luke, I think, and we got perfect view of this kick.
Yeah, he's got great forward craft, this guy, Corby Robertson. He'll strike it from 40. Hannah Street end, no. He sprayed that one, Bobby. That one's gone out to bounds on the full.
Give a bloke a wrap.
Yeah, happens 9 times out of 10, Mr. Vicara.
It does.
Here they come, the Tigers, trying to find Jacob Conlon. That ball fisted out of bounds by John O'Spooner. Geez, a good player, Bobby.
It is. He is. And it's a hard game to read. There's no real sort of flow of it. But if you want to really dissect, I think Lavington have had the better of the play this quarter with just the general play and flow of the game. So
Marla off to Fletcher Carroll. Tries to hook it around to centre half back. Rochero went back. John O'Mail, left foot. Scrubby one along the ground. Jack Driscoll the same. Mail goes again. High ball. Powell sits under it. Goes for it. Got fingertips to it. Spooner. And then Blomley came in. Here's Powell again, tapping it along the ground. Blomley tries to shift one out here to John O'Mail. And then Sean Driscoll brings him to the deck. And we will have a ball up.
You're right, Luke. There's not much of young John O'Mail, but geez, he's tough and he's hard, and he absorbed a hard tackle there.
Wiry.
He's wiry. That's it, wiry.
For a former Mango Goanna, here's Jono. There's Blomley over it again. And the umpire's going to have to do some more work here. He's going to have to throw it up, earning his paycheck. The man in green.
And Albury will love the stoppage work too, especially when you got eyes at Muller rucking for you as well.
That's right, Jack Driscoll. What's happening in that effects mic down there? Dan, it looks like someone's hooking up a tractor or something.
There's a bit going on.
Sam Hargrave. Max Byrne comes out wide. Cameron goes to ground. Rochelle's got him. And you guessed it, another stoppage, Bobby.
Yeah, just off the back of what Divac said before, you'd almost want Lavington to play a free-flowing game of footy to stop these stoppages, to stop the impact that Isaac Muller's having.
And now Carroll coming off half-back. How many now down in the 40-wing stats?
8 this quarter, 16 for the game.
Unreal. Here's Hayes with it. Oliver in possession on the half-back flank for the yellow and black. Indecisive at the moment. And then picks off. We'll try to get it to Page. Tom Hargrave came in. Here's Tom O'Brien.
Good free kick. That was a good free kick. Excellent.
O'Brien with possession. This is Tom. He's saying, hold it up, boys. I've got Fletcher Carroll on out here. Well, this bloke's just carving it up. What a day he's having, Fletcher. And then look at that for delivery into Marla. Well done, Spooner again, Bobby.
Yeah, just an old-fashioned defender, just getting his hand in at the right time. Yeah, copped a big knock there in the first quarter, but he's just doing his job. He's getting the ball to ground, getting the ball out of a dangerous position so they can have a reset and go again.
Boundary throw in front of the scoreboard here. Marla, uncontested. That wasn't good. Here's Jack Driscoll. Long ball, just trying to clear defensive lines for the Panthers. And we're going to have another boundary throw in. Dan, we'll go to you. Thanks to 40 Wings.
Yeah, well, we'll go around the grounds.
Yep.
Mr. Stowe's pull words quickly. So Rovers 57 to Raiders 6. North Albury 49 to Coral Rutherglen 25. Wodonga 39 to Wangaratta 33. So that's a real intriguing contest on our other sister station there. And Yarrawonga 30 to Murderford 17.
And a 2-point lead here to the Panthers. On the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard, we're going over 19 in the second term, thanks to WNZ.
Yeah, Fletcher Carroll as well on the 40-wing stat sheet, lighting it up, as we mentioned before. 9 disposals this quarter, 17 for the game now.
Yeah, G's been good. Another whistle.
Didn't even see it.
Will Blomley's down. Now, I was watching the ball go over the back of the contest. I'm not sure whether you picked it up, Bobby or Dan.
No, I didn't. Oscar Lyons seems to be the one that they're going to, so...
It's Blomley.
No, Oscar Lyons is the one that were remonstrated with.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what happened off the play there, so we might have to get some vision on that one.
Right. Here's Will with it. He tries to pick out Elliot Power. Wasn't a great kick. He might be a little rattled, Blomley, after that, I think. There's Costello to Bevan. And then out of the back line they come. High ball. Unthank. Got rid of Robertson so Colin could take the mark. It was smart by Unthank. Now here goes Jacob. He wheels around, puts a high ball up. Muller got one hand to it. Tiziani went to ground. Spina's got him to 30 out from goal at the scoreboard end.
Hardy mouth sort of stuff there when you've got Isaac Muller jumping at the footy 30 metres out, I tell you. But Lavington, lucky break there.
Yeah, you're right about that. Muller, Bevan just snaffled it quickly on the boot. Over the back of Sam Hargrave. Max Byrne fires a low one in. Here's Costello. He gets it out for the Panthers. Kelly and also Tim Osterhoff. And now getting away with it was Armthank. And just dropped it cold. Osterhoff away here. Has one bounce. Pops it over the top. Cameron joins the contest. Well done from Harry. And then on to Jacob Conlon. True centre wing here for the Tigers on the broadcast side. Wants to chip it over the top. That man again, Fletcher Carroll, reeled it in one-handed. How many down for 40 wings?
18.
Unreal. Then on to Duncan. Mick goes inside 50 here. Scoreboard and Jack Driscoll and Muller. Quaid, left foot. Oh, geez, dangerous around the sticks. And that one has gone out of bounds, Bobby.
Quick to foot there, Quaid. He got the ball within 2 steps. He had a shot on goal. He probably had a little bit more time than what he thought. But Fletcher Carroll's just finding so much space, so much ball. You know, young Costello's getting a real education on how to play midfield today.
On him live, 14.94, 2AY. Muller flicked it over the back. Sedgwick, he's trying to pick it up for the Panthers to Spina, and they rush it through for one behind. And I think that's what they had to do in the end, Bobby.
Yeah, just to get a restart, refresh, set the ground up, get some oxygen into the lungs. That's been a high-intensity game. We're getting closer to half-time. It's red time, as players call it, so they'll be looking to get through unscathed from here, if not pinch a goal themselves.
Good fist away from Unthank. And then, Corby Robertson tried to keep it in. Boundary umpire caught it out of bounds, though, so we will have a boundary throw in. I don't know if Bob Jackson agreed with the boundary umpire.
I thought that was in.
I'll tell you right now, I don't agree with it. These boundary umpires haven't been the best today.
Oh, gee. And there's a throw in to Muller. Has to go again, Isaac. And then that one coming towards the chalk, out of bounds, and we will get a boundary throw in again.
19 disposals too on the 40-week stat sheet for Isaac Muller. In one half of football for your ruckman, that's exactly what you want, I think, Lukey. 1 point
lead down to the Lavington Panthers, 38 plays 37. They're up over the Albury Tigers at the Lavington Sports Ground. We're in the second term. There's Costello to the arc of the 50. Byrne couldn't quite mark it. Now he's at the bottom of the pack, has to get it out. Sam Hargrave got spun around. Corby Robertson, high ball up in the air, coming out. Cook got hands to it, dropped it. Sean Daly goes for a ball out of bounds in the pocket here at the Hannah Street end broadcast side.
Really interesting game, and Albury have levelled up the playing field a little bit this half, and this quarter in particular. 10 inside 50s for them, and Lavington 11 inside 50. So a really intriguing contest at the moment.
It is. Muller got a right fist to it. Gaynor. And then plays on to Jake Page, and then down the line to Powell. Gee, that was a beautiful kick from Page. And then Powell wants to spear it into the middle. Mick Duncan just dropped what he should have taken. He's back onto it though. Had time. Right foot to Page again. Nice running. Now he wants to duck back inside. Short ball turned over to Hannah. Tiziani couldn't get to it. He's got a lift at the moment, Tiziani, Bobby. He's been quiet.
He has this quarter, yeah. Chris Annett has played a beautiful role on him. He's running him off his feet at the moment. Whenever Chris Annett gets an opportunity to run, he really runs. And I think Lockie's been...
Oh, sorry, Bobby Walker's come in, snavelled it and kicked a goal. Oh, dear. So Nick Newton has turned over the ball here in defensive 50 for the Panthers, and that really stings. Walker's run into a point-blank goal and kicked it.
Yeah, that's as deflating as it gets, doesn't it? And Matt Walker, you do not want to give that man an opportunity to kick a goal, especially when he hasn't had his kicking boots on and he just finishes that one there. So super frustrating for Lavington now, and Albury have hit the front 6-7-43 to Lavington 6-2-38. So that is super deflating, and Matt Walker gets a goal. So Schneids would not be happy about that as well. So they've got to get back to work now at halftime and reset as well.
That, just before half-time, as you said, Divac, that's a little bit deflating. They held in. They've kicked 3 goals to zip in this quarter. You want to get through unscathed, and to cough one up like that, where you're probably playing down the line as a safety option, wouldn't be ideal.
Carroll trying to keep the finger on the pulse here. Just gets it wide out. Costello got a bad bounce. There goes Tiziani. Annette's got him. Chris brings him to ground. And again, another ball up.
And just quickly around the grounds for our sister station, our other game that we're broadcasting on 3NE, Wodonga Bulldogs, 8-3-51 plays Wangara at 5-4-34. So Wodonga with a break.
Here goes Carroll, low inside 50. Walker, geez, playing good footy.
Wow. Quote unquote, centimetre perfect that pass, and he didn't have too much. He didn't have too much space to work in there, Matty Walker, because John Spooner's right on his hip and. That was a perfect kick and a perfect mark. So hopefully Matt Walker can finish off the job here.
Here he goes, Matt. So as we know, he did spend some time on Hawthorn's list, and he likes that one. He kicks him, Matt. That is a nice goal. So 49 plays 38 on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock is working up to 26 in the second term, Dan.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that man, we're talking about Matt Walker having a good game. The man that delivered it to him on a silver platter, Fletcher Carroll, 20 disposals this half. He's the best player on the ground. He's absolutely dominating. He's getting it out of the midfield. He's not only using it to perfection, but he's getting a lot of the ball himself. So he's completely dominating this contest, and he's the difference at the moment.
2 and a minute for Matt Walker, but more importantly, 2 and a minute to Albury just before half-time will no doubt make Snides cranky at half-time.
Gee, haven't we got a contest? This is just going to be an absolute belter for the duration. Here's Mail out wide, gets it to Packer. Short hand pass on to gain it now. This has been called back.
Why?
I'm not sure, but John
Looked like off the
O'Mail.
ball.
Advantage, play on.
All right. Here's Jono. Left foot, going right out wide.
They kicked it back to the exact same spot where it came from. Please.
Interesting. Here's Page. And Jake just sends one to the arc of the 50, put down by Tiziani. Left foot, oh, rough old kick. He's just going through a bit of a rocky patch at the moment. Muller, and hit away. Oh, right foot, Fletcher. He's just missed it. Fletcher Carroll's gone through for 1 point. So 50 plays 38 now. So it's out to a 2-goal lead exactly for the yellow and black on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard as we work up towards the long break, Bobby.
Yeah, Albury just getting the game back on their terms the last 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and Lavington had an opportunity to really open up some space between them and Albury on the scoreboard, and they've just missed that opportunity. So they've just got to get through to half-time unscathed here.
Round 12, Ovens and Murray action. Bob Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel. Dan Vaccaro on that 40-wing stat sheet. And Luke Francis for McRae Motors. Kelly takes the mark right in front of our broadcast spot. It's Ben. And a 20-metre kick. Oh, that wasn't good. Tom Hargrave picked it off beautifully just in front of Jacob Conlon. They'd like one before half-time, the Panthers. There's no doubt about that. Tom Hargrave is saying, boys, push across, but it's not going to happen. And there is the siren. And at half-time, it is the Albury Football Club 7-8-50 leading the Lavington Panthers by 12 points, 6-38. What a beauty we've got in our hands. The halftime show will be brought to you by Elders Rule. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
It is the halftime show for Elders Rural. Really intriguing game here. Lavington Panthers 6-2-38 to Albury 7-8-50. And I've got the great man here, Bobby Jackson. Bob, what an intriguing half. I guess Albury have all the play, Albury have the scoreboard pressure, but it's interesting. It ebbs and flows.
Well, it's funny. We just sort of did a quick deep dive into the stats for 40 Winks there while we're in the break, and inside 50s, Albury's had the 30 to Lavington 16, and they've both sort of going at 50% strike rate whenever they go inside their 50. So that tells me that the midfield battle needs to be upped by the midfield work rate for the Lavington guys need to lift. And we spoke about Nick Newton and young Costello and Jake O'Brien and the like that have gone into that midfield mix because of Will Glanville and Ashley Cooper not playing today. So I feel as though that Snides at the halftime break would mention that to their midfield group, saying that we're getting beaten around the ball. We need to get more inside 50s, because whenever we go inside 50, we're very productive. We've kicked 6 goals out of 16 entries. So that tells me that every time we go inside 50, we're getting them in a good spot and we're actually having a good shot on goal. So speaking of the goals, we've got goal kickers for Albury. We've got Matt Walker with 3 and singles to Jake Gaynor, Elliot Powell, Ty Quaid, and also Jacob Conlon. And for Lavington, we've got 3 goals to the Rooster, Tim Oosterhoff, singles to Aidan Cook, Nick Newton, and Sam Hargrave. So I feel as though, as we said, the battle in the midfield just needs to become more of a battle from Lavington's point of view, so they can get back into this game. I feel as though that that's as plain as the nose on our face, D-Vac.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's probably a game. First game I've done in probably 2 months where it's 95% of midfield battle because of the amount of stoppages around the ground as well, and how vital the goals out of the centre clearances are. Both teams are kicking them as well, straight out of the midfield. And as you mentioned, with Will Glanville out as well, he's a massive hole, and Albury are just getting to work with the likes of Powell. And you've also got Fletcher Carroll, who's dominating the 40-wing stat sheet, having 22 disposals. And that man, Isaac Muller's just given him first-class service. He's had 19 disposals himself as the big ruckman. So they're clearly dominating the game.
So just on that, so from a coaching point of view, if one side's dominating the stoppages and the ruckmen are dominating around the ground, you take the stoppages out of the game. You continue the ball to move the ball, flow it on. Don't have any stoppages around the ground, so your midfield can actually get to work and take the ruckman out of it and take that advantage of Fletcher Carroll, Elliot Powell, Jake Gaynor and the like that are around the stoppages and dominating around the stoppages. You take that away from them by not having stoppages. You keep the ball in, keep the ball moving, and then it's the battle of the fittest.
Yep. And then if you just try and break even out of the middle stoppages,
100%,
and then just try and get it as open as you can.
I'd like to think that the Lavington side, with their youth and exuberance on their side, that their fitness would be superior to what Albury's is. So, from that point of view, if you want to stop the dominance Isaac Muller and the like around the ground and the midfield dominance at stoppages, you take it away. You don't have stoppages. You move the ball, move the ball, move the ball.
Yep, so that's exactly what Schneider's will be saying to his guys at halftime. We're anticipating. What do Albury say at halftime? What's their sort of gut feel? How do they go about it in the second half? We know Lavington are a competitive team, and you know they're going to come out at some point. They do every single game they play, Bob. So how are Albury going to withstand that when it does come, and if they're thinking that as well?
They need to get more bang for buck. If they're going inside 50, 30 times, they've only kicked the 7 goals. That'd be a concern for me. I'd want more accuracy in front of goal. We've got to score more goals when we go inside 50. They're clearly dominating the midfield game, the midfield battle, and the defenders are holding up well. Young Kelly's doing a good job. He's breaking even. So they need to be more productive when they go inside that 50. 30 entries for only the 7 goals. I think that'll be concerned.
And I think one of the players that needs to lift in that space is young Tiziani, because he's their man. He looks rusty, really gets them going, and he's just a little bit rusty at the moment. He's done some uncharacteristic things. So, and he's usually their really good link up around that sort of half 50, getting it down to Matt Walker as well. And it's not so much Matt Walker. Obviously, he's not kicking accurate as well, but they seem to have a lot of shots from that really wide, low percentage angle. So that's where Tiziani comes in. If he can get the ball and put it in those dangerous areas for those guys around that 50 arc, it's going to be a lot dangerous as well. But a really intriguing contest nonetheless.
Yes, I feel as though inside the 45 degrees, if you can imagine that, is where they've got to be a bit more orientated with their entries, whereas at the moment, you've nailed it, they're outside that 45. And young Lockie Tiziani, he's the type of player that only needs to catch fire for 10, 15 minutes, and he kicked you 2 or 3 goals in that space of time. So he just needs to be a bit smarter. Critter and Nets is running him off his legs. I'd love to see what his GPS numbers are, because he's dead set doing a lot of running. He's up and back, and Tizzy's he's gone from being 5 metres behind to 15 metres behind to 20 metres behind. So I think they'll monitor that. Being a guy that hasn't played a lot of football and doesn't play a lot of football, that's where your soft tissue concerns come in when he's doing a lot of miles when he probably doesn't need to. So they may take him deeper and get Matty Walker to float. He looks so dangerous today. He looks like he's on. His hands are on. He looks like he feels more comfortable when Jacob Conlon's in the side, if that makes sense. So
I agree. Yeah. And you mentioned that man too, Chris Annette. He's one of my favourite players.
How many favourites you got?
I've got a few. I've got a couple from Lavington, because I love young Jack Costello, but Chris Annette's an ultimate role player. Every single job he gets every single week, he does it to the best of his abilities, and he's a fantastic footballer. And we saw him play a couple of weeks ago. I think we almost gave him votes in the MVP as well, so he's a fantastic footballer.
High regard in regards to his leadership capabilities. I know he captained the 18s for a long period of time, and for the 2 or 3 years that he played, but they have big raps on his leadership capabilities, and you can see it out there in the field, directing traffic across half-back to Critter.
Yep, that's the voice of Bobby Jackson. That wraps up our halftime show for Elders Rural, and we're going to go to another rural as well. Ray White Rural netball updates, thanks to O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
This is Tamara Matthews with the O&M Live netball.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
$50 to the Lavington Panthers, 6-2-38 at the long break. And what a halftime show, boys. That would have to be in my top 10 halftime shows of the year.
Yeah, you caught it, Lukey?
Yep.
You must have listened to it downstairs. No, that was fantastic.
No, look, I'm joking. You blokes
award-winning.
You blokes would have done a lot better than that.
I've heard it's award-winning.
Yeah.
That was as good as it got, didn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Australian.
I even nailed the Ray White rural as well. No stuttering this time.
Can be hard. Yeah, no. Australian broadcasting at its absolute optimum. Now, now give us the commentary. Oh, yeah. Oh, Trenner back in that.
Pushing those buttons.
That's right. Now, how's that Oz kick going down there, Bobby? What do you see?
Well, Aaron West has just drifted across and taken a mark. Mind you, Aaron West is about 6'7" and 105 kilos against all these kids here, so he's done well. He's taken some marks. Look, he's a thumbs up. You look at him taking a mark. He's a big fella. He loves it. So, that's good. It's great to see the kids floating around. I love this. This is kick to kick. And last time we were here, Snides come out and took a nice little pack mark when they were having end at half time. So I'm not sure he's going to be in the same sort of mood today. So I think he'll be a bit switched on.
I think so.
Let's mention again, I mean, those two big ins this afternoon, or an in and an out, for example, Sean Daly coming in and playing for the Albury Tigers. Quite amazing. Yes, if you're listening to us on 1494 2AY O&M Live, you did hear that correctly. Sean Daly is playing today for the Albury Tigers, and Billy Glanville out, Dan, for the Lavington Panthers.
Yeah, and that's proven to be, we were a little bit worried about a pre-game, but now it's proven to be probably the biggest out of the game because they're just getting a little bit mauled in the midfield, Lavington, and Ben Ashley Cooper as well to go with that. So not really their fault. They are undermanned in that size, but they've just got to try and work out. We talked about it during half-time. Eliminate the stoppages around the ground and try and break even as much as they can in the middle. They got young Jack Costello in there, who actually is just growing as a player as well. He had 8 disposals that quarter, so he's really trying to hold his own. But unfortunately, they've just got too much class in their midfield. Aubrey, Isaac Muller, Fletcher Carroll, they're dominating the contest, and I think Billy Glanville out's huge.
Yeah, Bobby, how are those stretches going over there?
You know why I'm doing it? I had a couple of cramps there in the court, and I do a lot of running, but I don't think I've looked after myself after doing the running. So I'm just mindful of.
You're on the salt tablets these days.
Yes. But back to the football. I love the work of Ben Kelly particularly in that back half. He's done some clever stuff, and he's a man mountain. Like, he's a really big fella. He's probably big enough to play in the ruck, but he's playing a key position role down back, along with the old fox Sean Daly. He's done some clever things where he's just got in the way and spoiled the ball. So, he's class is permanent, as they say. So
I tell you what, they haven't taken any weight off Billy Glanville's foot there, Dan. Look at this, down here. He's carrying the whole...
he's carrying the drink bottles.
That is deplorable.
That doesn't
Lavington.
make any sense to me.
And the boys behind him, hands in the pockets. Billy Glanville's got to carry the water bottles.
He's carrying about 10 to 15 kgs worth of water bottles on his moon boot.
That is ordinary stuff there by Lavington. They've got to be better than that this half, out in the field especially.
So that's worth delving into a little bit too. That in a moon boot, that can't...
Well, you can ask the question to Schneids after the game.
I will ask him that question.
Unless he's left one of those long Ugg boots on from this morning. Yeah, that's just great, isn't it?
He gets around in the long high-top Ugg boots, you reckon, Luke?
Yeah. Dan, just before our teams get set here for the second half, we'll go around the grounds again, thanks to Mr. Stowes, because we have got some interesting games being played in round 12 today. Our other broadcast game, of course, is at Martin Park between the Maggies and the Doggies.
Yeah, so we'll get to that game in a moment, but around the grounds for Mr. Stowes Pool World, Wangaratta Rovers 9-14-68, Wodonga Raiders 2-0-12, North Albury 62 to Korora 25, and that game at Martin Park, which is on our sister station 3&E, Wodonga 8-3-51 to Wangaratta 5-4-34. And Yarrawonga 5-6-36 to Myrtleford 3-5-25. So some good games, Lukey.
Beautiful. We're about to go here in the... It had a blinding first half. Tom Hargrave after it also. Muller goes in again with Hannah, and the umpire will take it here. So we have another ball up, a stoppage just left of a centre. The man in green, he does take it. Goes up again. Muller, big sweeping knock out of the ruck here. Here goes McGrath, and then he goes over the top, Charlie, to Tiziani. Tried to get it back to McGrath, didn't come off. Goes again now, Charlie. Right foot inside 50. Walker got hands to it, couldn't reel it in. Power roves beautifully, and then just fumble for the moment. Patton's got to work hard. It's Quay getting it over the top to Walker, and then taken out of bounds by Hart. We'll have a ball in the pocket here, Hannah Street and broadcast side.
Yeah, Elliot Power just spent it before he earned it, so as he was about to get on the boot, and a really crucial fumble there, but they earned the stoppage.
Boundary umpire pitchforks the ball back into play. Hannah, tapped down, read beautifully by Tiziani, brought to ground by Chris Annette. And again, you guessed it, another stoppage. So 50 plays 38 here if you've just joined us. The Tigers up by 2 goals early in the third. Sedgwick over the top of it. He ran past it. Hannah. Tigers wanted holding the ball there. Bevan squeezes one out. They're working inside here. Hart got it back to Spooner. Spooner with a long one out of the fence here. Up towards the arc of the 50, and Smith takes the mark. He can do some good things, Bobby. He's very skillful, Smith. And then goes to Annette. And then Chris goes long out of the fence now, clearing ball. Good mark by Aidan Cook.
Free kick.
Yeah, it's going to go the way of Nick Newton.
One of the guys we asked for a lift at halftime, Divac. This is a highly talented footballer. Highly talented, beautiful pass.
Squares one up to Oscar Lyons. And they're just settling it down a bit here. The Panthers trying to get set to Cook. Right of centre wing. On the half-back flank here is Aiden. And then wants to eye off the corridor. Gets Sedgwick. Here goes Nick. Had to duck around Gaynor on the man on the mark. Short 25 to 30 metre kick here. Trying to pick up Tom Hargrave. Walker came in. That was Ben. Got it to one thing. Gets one out the side to Jake Page. Left foot, high, chip kick now. Sedgwick's got to go back against Walker. Drops it. Matt goes again. And try to get out the front. He did so. Down the line the Tigers go. Nice one to Jake Gaynor. Chris Annette mans the mark. Jake tried to milk a 50. Now what's he got forward here? Jacob Conlon and Spooner. Oh, Jacob Conlon. Gee, he makes it look easy. He must be so deceptively strong, Bobby.
That wasn't the greatest kick by Jake Gaynor, but what it did was it just created a man-on-man, strongest will win competition, and Jake just got Jono Spooner in the right spot just to get him off balance and taken a great contested mark. So the Albury Tigers get an opportunity here for first blood in this second half.
Yeah, this would get them out to a 3-goal break. It'll make it 18 points. In comes Jacob. 35-40 at Hannah Street End. He's missed that one. He'll be disappointed. He's trimmed down in the last couple of seasons, Dan. He's looking fit, isn't he, Jacob
He is
Conlon?
looking fit, and that one there would be a frustrating miss for Albury, but a very big relief for Lavington. They had an opportunity earlier, and they didn't take the most of it, so good thing that Albury missed.
Sean Driscoll, back pocket for the Panthers, to Patton. And then Patton kicks it to Sedgwick. Well done, Fletcher Carroll to John O'Male. Try to get it back to Fletcher. Ball out of bounds right as centre wing.
That man, Fletcher Carroll, 22 disposals in the opening half for him. So he's just on fire at the moment, and he's just adding to the dominance of this Albury midfield.
Third turn brought to you by the locker room at the SS&A. And let's have a look. Ball back into play. Muller clearly out of the ruck, grabbed it to Carroll. How many now on the 40-wing stats, Dan?
Yeah, 23 now.
Chris Annette after it. Ball's gone out of bounds. So our Inspirations Paint scoreboard reads 51-38 here. The Tigers up. Early stages, third turn, Bobby.
Yeah, just in a bit of a holding pattern right now, aren't we? We sort of played 4 or 5 minutes and no one's really sort of wanted to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. So someone's going to have to stand up here in a sec.
Yeah, you're right. Here goes Sedgwick, burning out of the stoppage. Gee, that was nice work. A fantastic clearance. High ball here. Let's see who's under it. Osterhoff couldn't mark it. Unthank trying to get through the stoppage. And Driscoll's got him wrapped up. Umpire to take this. Yeah, you're right, Bobby. So both.
Oh, jeez.
What have you seen?
A little bit of a swinging arm there behind play. So
Gee, you scared me then.
it's lucky you missed.
It's Fletcher Carroll to Kelly. Jackson. Inside 50 here, Hannah Street End, bouncing ball over the top of Powell. Spina's got to go back. Working there, Jacob Collins. Spina again. Gee, that's going to be good to watch until the final siren, Dan.
There it is. It's a really intriguing battle, this one here, and that's 3 inside 50s early for Albury, and Jackson Kelly's had his hands on the footy twice already, and Fletcher Carroll 2 disposals this quarter.
Indigenous round 12 in the O&M for season 2024. I wonder how Eddie Betts is going down at WJ Finlay, hey?
Yeah,
Playing for the Rovers.
I can tell you how his Rovers are going. It's 9-14-68 to Wodonga Raiders, 2 straight 12.
Thanks to Mr. Stokes, Tom Hargrave to Sam Hargrave, the brothers combined. And there goes Sam over the back. Ben Kelly, well done. Looking directly into the sun. Bobby, that was a good mark.
It wasn't the greatest of kick. Russell.
Or Darcy Smith smothered Ben Kelly's kick. Tom O'Brien mops up, gets it out wide. So the Tigers do have possession through Quaid. Doing some good things as Ty, the young man for the yellow and black. And a good kick to Sean Daly. He'll stay in the team, kicking to the coach like that. That was very sweet. Now, Sean, I wonder if he knew he was going to play this morning. Tiziani put it down. Walker playing a great game today. Tried to get it out wide. McRae for the Panthers. Fires one back. Sean Daly will get a second crack at it. That ball going inside 50. Oh, Powell. Didn't he leave the ground? Hart's got him. And a stoppage, 35 out here at the Hannah Street end.
Yeah, great entry by Daly there. And Elliot Powell got up high. He doesn't usually get up high, but really peppering these inside 50s, Albury.
Hannah, clearly out of the ruck. Gainer, just trying to get rid of Quaid, so he had some room. Here's a net. Conlon snaps it, bouncing Spina. Look at him, down on that last line of defence. Good work. And takes it across the chalk here. 52 plays 38 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We're in the third term. Entered Albury time clock has gone close to 7 minutes. Patton in defence for the Panthers, Bobby.
Yeah, just feel that Lavington are just weathering the storm here as we go inside 50 again for Albury.
Marla picked it off. Look at that for delivery. It floated in, but somehow, some way, it found Matt Walker.
Yeah, it did. It found Matt Walker, but Lavington had to be better there. If you're going to go out the middle of the ground, do not kick it right down the throat of Isaac Marla, the most dangerous player on the ground, and they'll just hit you on the way back, as they did there, and they give Matt Walker a shot 40 out directly in front.
If you get that 45 kick right, it's super, super dangerous for your team, but if you get it wrong, slightly wrong, you're looking at something like this here, Lukey.
He's been prominent today, Matt. How many have we got him down for now? Is it just a single, or is it 2? He's kicked 3, has he? This would be nearly 4. That makes it a quartet for Matt Walker. He's on. He is on today. This is easily his best game in yellow and black, I feel, Dan.
Yeah, it's the best game I've seen him play this season for sure, and if he's if Lavington aren't careful, he could finish with 7 or 8 for the day, Matt Walker, and clean up as well. So they're just looking really dangerous now. And Isaac Muller, he's just the best ruckman in the competition from mine. 21 disposals now, and he's absolutely dominating. He set up that goal as well, just parking himself in the middle of the ground. He's given Fletcher Carroll first-class service, who's up to 25 disposals himself. And Albury look to go strength from strength on the scoreboard. 6-2-38, plays 8-10-58.
Yeah, 20-point margin. Panthers need the next of the sports ground on their home turf to stay in touch of the yellow and black. Muller out of the middle, big sweeping kick up towards the arc. The net over the back. Conlon up against Spooner again. Chrisinet goes in, tried to find it at ground level. Conlon picked it up. He's brought down. Play goes on. Blomley, a quick one. Tiziani after it. And then brought down by Clemson, and the umpire to take it again.
Starting to get a few little floodgate feels now, I think. It's 7 inside 50s to 1 now this quarter. It's looking dangerous.
Kelly, O'Brien, Jake brought down by Powell. Play goes on. Conlon nearly got lifted off the turf there by Hannah. They're having a laugh down there, those two.
Real concern this midfield battle at the moment, Divac. Real concerns. Lavington need to make some changes here. Otherwise, you're right. The floodgates are going to open. 7-1 already. We're only 8 minutes in. They need to make some changes.
Yeah, the Tigers can smell blood in the water. They want a couple more here. Sedgwick. Oh, gee, is he injured?
He's caught with the ball. That's what he is.
I reckon he's either... It almost like he grimaced in pain there, Nick.
He's battling a little bit, Nico Sedgwick, from an earlier hit as well.
Okay.
Just got buckled over there, didn't he, in the tackle? And when that happens, look, you throw your head back. So it's either a knee or an ankle got caught underneath the tackler of Will Blomley, which was a fantastic effort.
20-point margin at the moment for the Tigers. This will get it out to 26. Will Blomley with a shot, 35 out Hannah Street end. Oh, gee, so they breathe again, the Panthers. They breathe again. So that one's gone through for one behind. 59-38 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock has gone 10, third term. Dan, what's our standout stat for the third term so far, thanks to 40 wings?
Yeah, well, it's simply the inside 50s, 8-1 at the moment in favour of Albury. So dominating the contest. So Lavington got to be really careful here.
Rocharrell for the Panthers wants to switch it back to Hart, so they want to come out broadcast side. Now here's Bevan, takes the mark for the Panthers, and Drew is going to come out wide towards Nick Newton, and that is a coach killer. Out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, and he had options there. He had Jakey O'Brien with a little 20-metre hit up that he should have hit, and now it's going to come back in with interest.
Jackson Kelly looking to damage the Panthers here. Walker again over his head, nicely read by Jesse Hart, who's just growing with every game in the Ovens and Murray. Jesse deep in the back pocket. Goes short to Clemson for the Panthers. Caleb with possession. And the Sharon in his hands. Now, he's not sure what to do with this. He dumps it down the line. Isaac Muller up against Tim Hanna. Too easy for Isaac Muller. He had to contest harder there, Tim Hanna, I feel, Bobby.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But I just feel as they've got to get out and run, Lavington. They're just not taking too many risks at the moment.
Ball over the back inside 50. Hart goes to ground. And we're going to have a stoppage. 25 out from goal again at the Hannah Street end.
I know you don't want to kick to your ruck. I know you want to kick to your ruckman if you're Lavington, but almost if you're Rooster, you're trying to get up the ground and make another contest not near Isaac Muller. You don't want to kick to Isaac Muller.
They're right about that. Hannah, Kelly, that was Jackson, Powell, and he's tied up by Bevan. Again, we're going to have another stoppage, so a myriad of them at the moment. Still at the entrance end. Umpire throws it up. Muller over the back. You guessed it, another stoppage. So 59 plays 38. Inspirations Paint scoreboard here. O&M Live, 1494, 2AY. Muller, and then Patton got a hand to it. Quaid, nice over the top. Missed his teammate, though, in the end. Tom Hargrave comes in, trying to get it to Costello. Byrne is there also. Now Burns in a bit of trouble here, I reckon. No, umpire calls for it.
Unfortunately, they're playing into their hands perfectly here at Lavington. They're just getting stoppage after stoppage, and that's what Albury want. They just want to dominate the stoppage, and they're going to come away with it.
21-point lead to the Tigers here in the third term, thanks to Inspirations Paint. Oh, Sean Driscoll got his legs taken from him, and that's usually where it goes the other way, Bobby.
With the new interpretations of all the rules, that was, I would have believed, a free kick to Shawnee Driscoll, where he had his legs taken away from him. But The interpretations of that particular incident go in favour of Albury Tigers, and Will Blomley has another shot on goal.
Yeah, he missed one moments ago. Again, 35 out. He's got this one, Will. He's got this one, and the Tigers might be hard to run down from here. They're out 65 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard to Lavington's 38 in the third term. Dan, this is going to make it hard for the Panthers.
It's making it very hard, and it's almost a case of the scoreboard's not justifying it. Albury are absolutely dominating the contest. It's 11 inside 50s to 1 this quarter, so Lavington are really struggling to get their hands in the footy or any sort of ascendancy forward or centre, and it's simply what we said at half-time, Bob. It's the midfield battle that's just getting absolutely mauled, and it gives no players around the ground any sort of chance to get it in their 50.
The Lavington midfield have almost gone into their shell. They need to go the other way. They need to be more expansive, more expressive right from now.
Bob Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel, Dan Vaccaro for 40 Winks, and myself for McRae Motors.
Shawnee Driscoll in the midfield as well.
Unthank in the back line for the Tigers. They're trying to work it out. Here's Cameron, then sends it to centre wing. Here's Spooner up against Tiziani. Lockie goes again and tries to get to it. Well done on the second attempt. Tried to dish it to Jackson Kelly, missed him. Now Tom Hargrave's away here. They've got to get something out of this. That's beautiful delivery from Tom into Tim Hanna. And Tim must kick this goal, Bobby, if he is to have a shot.
Yeah, as we said, there's a little bit of risk there involved. They flipped the ball around. They got a turnover. They're a bit more aggressive around the ball, and the ball fell in the right hands of Tommy Hargraves, and he's not going to miss too many. He's not going to kick. He's not going to mix too many inside 50.
Tim Hanna won't kick a more important goal for the Panthers this year, you'd think. Oh, good effort. No, to the left. 65 playing 39. Now on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard, Tigers up.
Yeah, and you just saw Shawnee Driscoll go into that centre clearance as well. That's another player they want to get in there and just bring a little bit more unpredictability to the game and sort of catch Albury off guard and run that way as well. He's going to help them, but they've got to do it more often starting now.
The Panthers are under the pump at the Lavington Sports Ground. There's no doubt about that. The Tigers have got them right where they want them. Jack Driscoll over the back. Kelly goes in. There's Driscoll again. That was Jack. Tom Hargrave, look at him go. He's just a bull of the contest.
He's flying the flag for Lavington, Tom Hargrave. He's been good today. 17 disposals for him.
He needs an extra set of hands in there. Shawnee Driscoll, Nick Newton, Jack Costello, Jake O'Brien. These sort of guys need to lift 5 to 10, even 15% to get the Lavington Panthers back in this game.
Yeah, Bob Jackson has absolutely nailed that from the Newmarket. He needs help, Tom Hargrave. He senses the moment. There's Sean Driscoll over the top. Sam Hargrave misses him with the handball. Blomley after it again. Been impactful in this quarter. Now going out wide, here's Tom O'Brien going after it. Oh, gee, good tackle from Hayes. Did he get him?
Oh, jeez.
What's the umpire said?
Holding the ball. I don't know whether he had too much prior opportunity there, but that was... yeah.
Here goes Oliver. High ball, another entry here for the Tigers. Chris Annette holds up. So they need to get something out of this. Oh, nearly turned over to Cameron. Well done to Cook, just to make a contest. Panthers now, and they move it from McRae to centre wing. Osterhoff a long way from his chicken coop. The Rooster. Sean Driscoll wants it short.
Go.
Lateral kick to Jack Driscoll. 65 plays 39. The Inspirations Paint scoreboard here.
Taking too long here, Lavy.
Way too long.
Yeah, needs some speed on the ball, Bobby.
Yep. There was an opportunity there to roll and play on and get that ball inside 50 before the Albury defence got set. Too slow. Albury defender was a set.
Yeah, Bob Jackson all over it. So the Tigers have got back here and they're set up well structurally in defence. Tom Hargrave, he's playing a quarter.
It's a good kick.
To Sedgwick. Now Nick's got to spot someone up here. He's winding up. He tries, gets around Unthank, draws a defender. Patton just pops it up here to the top of the goal square. Big fist over the back from O'Brien to Mile. Gee, that turned out right. To Duncan. Darcy Smith for the Panthers. Misses. Oh, they needed that one, Dan.
Yeah, they did. And I thought Rooster there was just getting a little harm held in that contest just behind him. So a little bit fortunate there, Albury.
But Dan, it should never have got to that. The Rooster had the ball
You're
here
right.
and he rolled and played on, had the ball in a perfect position to get the ball into a dangerous situation. They held it up. The big fella, dare I say it, Ruckman had the ball in the middle of the ground. And you know what
3 opportunities in the midfield to go.
You know what happened after that, don't you?
Yeah, Bob Jackson for the Newmarket and Dan Vaccaro for 40 Winks. They both Called it perfectly moments ago when they said the Panthers just had to move it quickly. Now in they go again, this time through Clemson. At the front here, working away for O'Brien. I thought he was being held. Play goes on. Ball has gone out of bounds here in the pocket, just adjacent to the scoreboard here.
Yep.
So this is a real moment in time for the Lavington Panthers season, Bobby. They've got to try and capitalise here and kick a goal.
See, that was a better entry. It was 3 or 4 sets of pairs instead of, 3 or 4 Lavington players against 6 Albury defenders. So that was a better entry.
Many players around the ball here. Oh, gee, that was flicked out the back. Play goes on. McGrath, he got brought down. There is Sam Hargrave. Gets one out to Tom Hargrave. On to Sedgwick. And then gets it out to Chris Annette. Low ball, not enough air in that. Newton went in. Jake Page clears defensive lines here for the Tigers. Hard at the back. Oh, good mark, Jack Driscoll. 65 plays 39 at the Lavington Sports Ground. On the Inspirations Paint scoreboard, Dan, that was not pretty.
It was just frustrating. They had the right idea to go up the middle, and they're trying to just get some sort of pace on the game, but it's just not coming off of them now at Lavington.
What they can't do is go into their shell. They've got to keep trying here. They've got to keep pulling that trigger until something works, and then they're away.
NZ Albury time clock has gone 19 in the third. Bevan in defence to Oscar Lyons for the Panthers. Here they come to the half-back line. The Panthers, McRae, he's got to move it quickly here. Bobby Jackson in the box is waving his arms saying, boys, you've got to go. Sean Driscoll brought down, and they will get a 50. They call for it at the bench, and they get it.
So what happens there is, when they move the ball quickly, defenders get nervous. I don't care who you are or where you are on the ground. Whenever you move that ball quickly and create some sort of uncertainty in the play, they're going to make mistakes, and that's what happened then on the mark.
Sean Driscoll short. Bad checking from the Albury Tigers. Corby Robertson has got it. Okay. 65 plays 39. This would bring it back to a 20-point margin. Has to kick it, Corby. A must goal, Bobby.
Certainly is. This guy has had some opportunities today. He needs to reward his hard work and getting in the right spots by putting one through the middle and getting Lavington back moving forward. They've shown some good signs the last 3 or 4 minutes.
What can Corby do for this game of football? For the Lavington Panthers? No, that one right again. So it won't be a goal. Off hands. O'Brien. Whistle. What's happening?
They went over the line,
Point.
so a point for them.
Okay.
Bob hit the nail on the head before with that Sean Driscoll one where the Albury player made a mistake. It's because Sean Driscoll went to give the quick hands into the midfield, so he's right. Albury players start panicking when you're just a little bit more unpredictable, Lukey.
You're right. You're right, Dan. Here goes Ben Kelly. Long out of defence for the Tigers. Muller over the back. Tim Hanna. And hacked out of there by Sean Daly. This one bouncing towards the interchange gates right in front of our broadcast spot. And we will have a boundary throw-in. So if you've just joined in, it is the Albury Tigers 9-11-65 leading the Lavington Panthers 6-4-40 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone 21 in the third. Round 12 in the O&M. Here goes Fletcher Carroll. How many now, Dan?
Fletcher Carroll's up to 27.
Thanks to 40 Winks. Walker playing a super game. Got it to Hayes, then on to Jackson Kelly. Gets it over the top to Fletcher Carroll. Smart play to Tiziani and then sprays it right across goal here. Powell's going after it. Picks it up now. Centering kick. Let's have a look who's there. Page makes a contest of it. Clemson under pressure. Then shifts it out. They play on the Panthers to Bevan. High ball. Who's going to take this one? Oh, good contest. Byrne fires it in for the Tigers. Over the top to Fletcher Carroll. What a kick from Max Byrne, Bobby.
There was a great contest out there on the far wing in front of the, I suppose you call it the netball court corner. Just created a 50-50 and the ball fell in the Albury Tigers' favour, and that was a fantastic kick. And this bloke here has had a day out. He's worked very, very hard to get every single touch he's got. And every single touch, I'd like to see what his efficient rate is today, but deserves a shot on goal, Fletcher Carroll.
This will get it out to 31 points. It'll be a very good break for the Albury Tigers as we approach a three-quarter time break. Helicopter kick nearly on the line, touched. One behind. 66 plays 40. Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
28 disposals for Fletcher Carroll. He's playing a really good game. But I'll tell you what, I really like the role that young Ollie Hollins is playing as well for Albury as well. He's been battling away in the twos a lot
Ollie
this
Hollins.
year. And I think Ollie Hayes, sorry, not Ollie Hollins, plays for Carlton. No, young Ollie Hayes has been playing some good footy. And he's been hovering around that half-forward line. I think he's playing a really good role.
Certainly has.
We'll go around the grounds very shortly for Mr. Stoves. Here's John Ospina. Fullback position. Gee, they need at least one before three-quarter time. Wouldn't it help the cause dearly? To
Go,
Sedgwick,
go.
to Spina. And they know this now, the Panthers. Good kick into the middle. Here's Oscar Lyons. Now, all the Panthers are streaming forward. Here goes Sean Driscoll, trying to pick one out. Costello over his head. Duncan got a fist to it. Max Byrne about to mop up. Sam Grave after him. Byrne got his handball away. Darcy Smith picks it up, though, for the Panthers. Has one bounce. Oh, shocking kick into Aiden Cook. Got a fist to it. Sedgwick took on Jackson Kelly. Kelly brought him down, and he is gone. That tackle stuck there from Jackson Bobby.
You're not gonna break a tackle of a son of Paul Kelly ever in your whole life.
What a great call.
Oh my Lord.
There he goes, Jackson, the son of a gun, to Fletcher Carroll, who's just set this game alight this afternoon. Been wonderful. To Jake Page, left of centre wing on the far side. To Packer. 66 plays 40, a 26-point lead here to the yellow and black on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Third term.
32 disposals, Fletcher Carroll.
Thanks to 40 Winks. There goes Fletcher up the line to the half-forward leg. Muller. Isaac, low ball going into Walker. Good 40 from the Albury Tigers, and Matt Walker will have a chance at kicking his fifth goal to the Hannah Street end.
That's 2 or 3 times today that the big fella's laced out Matty Walker. So Matty Walker probably licks his lips whenever Powell, Carroll, or Gaynor get the ball. But I tell you what, Muller might be flying into that category as well, because that was. I don't think you'll get many better passes than that going into forward 50. And Matty Carroll, as you said, we saw him a couple of weeks ago kick a bag full at Albury Sports Ground, but today I feel as though he's come of age today.
This would make it 5 for Matt, and make it very, very hard for the Lavington Panthers also. He's hit the post. Okay, so 9-12, 67 plays 6-4-40 at the three-quarter time break. It is Albury up on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We'll get to a break here on O&M Live. Stick with us, because on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Owned and operated.
O&M Live on 2AY.
The Albury Tigers have got a 27-point lead here at three-quarter time, or 5 goals. They lead 9-13-67 to 6-4-40 at the Lavington Sports Ground. It's going to be very hard for the Lavington Panthers in the final term, Bobby. What have they got to do?
Risk through the midfield. I think players along the lines of Jack Driscoll, Nick Newton, Jake O'Brien, Jack Costello, Shawnee Driscoll as well. They need to take some risks through that midfield. There was a few times there that they had the 45 kick, they had the aggressive kick through the centre, and then they just stopped the ball there. They need to keep rolling around out the other side or get the ball inside 50 and give players like Rooster. And Tim Hanna went down there late, a chance to take a mark and put some scoreboard pressure back on Albury. If they tidy that up a little bit, then they're well and truly back in this game. But they need to have the courage. There's two different types of courage. There's putting your head over the ball, and there's also courage to make a tough decision when it comes to ball movement. And they need to make that tough decision and get it through the centre. There's times there where they had it in the right position to go, and they just failed to take it.
Bob Jackson for the Newmarket. Dan, we'll have a look at our McRae Motors quarters best for the third term.
Yeah, well, Tom Hargrave for Lavington was fantastic. He's really flying the flag. For Lavington, he had 8 disposals that quarter, and he's had 20 for the game, so I thought he's been brilliant. Aubrey, there's none other than Fletcher Carroll. He's best player on the ground at the moment. 32 disposals so far in this contest, 10 disposals that quarter. He's dominating, and that man, Isaac Muller, they're like partners in crime, them two. So 7 disposals for him that quarter, and he's had 25 himself. I'm not doing his hit-outs, Bob, but I'd love to know how many hit-outs as well. He's hitting a few. So those two players are playing brilliantly for Albury, and they're really running away with it here.
We need to address the elephant in the room. Divac got a text message at the break from Ollie Hayes' dad. Well, I got a text message from Ollie Hollands' dad saying, what the hell is going on with that call down in Lavington?
I called him Ollie Hollands.
Oh, you called him Ollie Hollands. So Benny Hollands was not happy with that. And Ollie Hayes' old man wasn't happy as well. So get it right, Divac.
Yeah, you know what I'm happy about? That we've got
constructive criticism's good, boys.
Well, 2 listens is better than none. I know that.
How good is that? People are listening, which is unreal.
Yeah, there you go. Well, they're probably turned off sense, the boys. But
you're
anyway.
getting a positive out of a negative there. Good on you, Lukey.
That's it, Bobby.
Polishing up. No.
The final term at the Lavington Sports Ground is brought to you by Mac Jack Sheds. Can they work their way back into this one? The Lavington Panthers, let's find out. Or will the Albury Tigers continue on their merry way? And there's Page bursting through the middle. Tiziani, then on to Jackson Kelly. And they get a quick one out the side. Look at that. Here's Ty Quaid on the half-forward flank for the yellow and black. Goes in, nice kick, Walker. Sensational football from the Albury Tigers. Dan, that was perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect, and Albury just got to work straight away from that first bounce. They were out. So Isaac Muller to their players and then straight into their 50. They don't muck around with it. They're unpredictable, and they're bringing it in with a lot of pace, and Matt Walker's lining up for his 5th or 6th, boys.
Fifth, I think we've got, yeah. So he did have a shot at his 5th just prior to three-quarter time. He kicked it behind Matt. So let's have a look here. This would give him a handful. Oh, yeah. He's having a great day today, Matt Walker. He nails it. 73 plays 40 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard, and the Albury Tigers are going to be very hard to run down from here, Bobby Jackson.
They certainly are. And just a little bit of smart forward craft there off the ball. Jono Spooner and also another Lavington defender got caught up in the hustle bustle in the goal square and a little bit of screening off the ball. I think it might have been Elliot Power. Just blocked Jono Spooner's run just a little bit to give Matty Walker that little bit of space he needed, and he didn't let down the midfielder.
Lavington Panthers need to rip in. They need to really show their claws now. Here is Jackson Kelly. Swings it around, right foot, bouncing inside 50 to the scoreboard end. Patton, usually so nice by foot. Look at that, all over the top of O'Brien.
In the back.
Jake caught one in the back, as Dan said. So they get possession to Truce on a half-back. And Jack Costello, and Jack puts the foot down, goes long here inside 50. Oh, Tom O'Brien just fumbled going back, goes again. Sam Hargrave gets it out the back. Osterhoff, no, out on the full. And the Tigers will get it back in their back pocket.
Yeah, they will. And we'll just quickly go around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's pool. But in the AFL, it's North Melbourne, 79 plays, Gold Coast 64 halfway through the fourth quarter. And Port Adelaide, 93 to Western Bulldogs, 35. So a bath down at Adelaide Oval.
That's the voice of Dan Vaccaro. Bob Jackson also with me. And Luke Francis calling for McRae Motors. Here's Jackson Kelly. Short one to Fletcher Carroll, to John O'Male. Left foot. Powers under this with Bevan. Drew on the second attempt. Gets it out the back to Patton. I've got a shocking bounce. Here goes Walker, running in for 6 and rolls it through. They look home. I'm almost scared to say it after last Saturday, but they look home, the Albury Tigers, Bobby.
I think a lot has to... No, I'm not sure. I'm not going to say anything either because I think we all got burnt last week.
Game over.
Good on you, D-Vac.
Oh.
But the contrast, Lavington moved the ball nice and quick, but failed to finish off their great play. And then on the flip side, Albury just finished off, exactly contrasting days today where, Lavington just haven't been able to take their opportunities when they're moving forward and move forward quick enough, whereas Albury have just pulled the cord on it, and Matt Walker's been the recipient of most of that work.
11-13-79, plays 6-4-40 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. The Tigers with a very good break now here at the Lavington Sports Ground. Sean Daly came off half-back. Costello after it now with John O'Male. Jack goes again, and in the end, he got brought down without it. Umpire said play on. Oscar Lyons puts a high ball up. That one is going out of bounds on the full.
As that one sails over the boundary line, we'll just go around the grounds. Local for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Wangaratta Rovers 94 plays, Raiders 39. North Albury 97, Cora was 26. Martin Park 8-6-54 Wodonga. Wangaratta 9-7-61. And Yarrawonga 50 to Murderford 31.
Yeah, what a round, hey? Can't wait to see how many Eddie Betts has kicked down at WJ Finlay for the Rovers in Indigenous round.
What do we reckon? Let's run with one. 6.
5 or 6. Gee, it'd be great for the crowd down there, wouldn't it? There's Duncan to Carroll. Hayes, one bounce, then out wide here to McGrath. McGrath, short ball, back to Mick Duncan. Tigers. To get a hand to it. Walker goes again. Geez, high on confidence at the moment. And we'll get a stoppage. 35-40 out from goal here. Scoreboard end.
Yeah, and Fletcher Carroll starting this quarter off as he has with every other quarter. He's up to 5 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet already. 37 for the game.
Yes.
Mr. Betts has kicked 4 goals.
He's kicked 4. How good's that? Kelly. McGrath chips it over the top to the advantage of Walker. Bevan on him. In fact, that's Power down there. Here goes Drew. Gets it to Spina. And then Jono. Short one coming out of defence. Oh, well done by Tom O'Brien. Just read it beautifully off the boot. Tigers have a chance here to hurt again. Hannah over the back. Costello. Gee, he's played well for the Panthers. Hart. And then Kelly picked it off. Jackson rolls it through. Gee, that was clever. Jackson Kelly with the Sunjan goal of the day in the final term. That was a beauty.
Yeah, Jackson Kelly, really classy finish there. And the cream's just rising to the top now. Albury are going to run away with it. Jackson Kelly hasn't had his best day. Only the 7 disposals, but he's kicked a goal there and he's put it through. So Albury look home and they just look like they're running on top of the ground at the moment, Bob.
Certainly are, and that's, Jackson Kelly's start to this last quarter has been very impressive. He's been thrown into that midfield mix, and his first little stint, they've changed their midfield around now, so his first little stint on the ball was quite impressive. His work rate was nice and high, so he's earned a spell down forward now where the Albury Tigers look like they're just going to run away with this here.
Yeah, 45-point lead for the yellow and black on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard, or an 8-goal break in the final term. Here come the Tigers again through Hayes, and in he goes to Tiziani.
Yeah, fantastic mark and fantastic kick by young Hayes as well. So Tiziani will have a set shot, 45 out on a slightly tight angle. Hasn't had a great day, Tiziani, but hopefully if he can stick this through, then it's absolutely curtains, I think, lads.
As you said, not a great day, but having him in the side gives them a different look and a different feel, and having some quality players come back into the side like Tiziani and Conlon gives the rest of the group plenty of confidence to play some really good footy, and that's what they've done today, the Albury Tigers.
Yeah, we know he's had his injury woes, Lockie. 40 out, scoreboard end. Has he got that one? Oh, yeah, that is perfect. Well done to Lockie. 91, now plays 40 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard, and the Lavington Panthers have been so poor, I must say, in this final term so far, Bobby.
That's 4 goals in 8 minutes. They need to make some changes here, Lavy. Otherwise, this season is absolutely dead set gone right here as we speak. They need to sort of set themselves up for the rest of the season, give themselves half a chance of playing any sort of role in September. Otherwise, it's curtains.
It's amazing that 7 rounds to go, one game can decide your season, Bob, which it has basically done for Lavington now, and almost has for Albury with this percentage boost too.
Yeah, and there's, as we said in the pre-match, there's some real important games coming up for both sides. So every game's super important. So Lavington need to change things around big time in the way they play and the way they go about it, for them to have any glimmer of hope to play some sort of role later in the season.
Jack Driscoll, long ball inside their attacking zone here. Hannah Street end. Muller just went by him. John O'Mail picks it up, shovels it out the side to Unthank. And that's come off the side of the boot in that one, going out on the full. Panthers to have it here, 60-70 from home. Jake O'Brien will take the kick. 85 plays 40. Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard, final term. Bob Jackson for the Newmarket. Dan Vaccaro for 40 Winks and Luke Francis for McRae Motors. Round 12, O&M action. Here goes Jake. Wobbly ball, inside 50, Corby Robertson. Sam Hargrave, Jackson Kelly off the dunk, and now here we go. Try to get one out the back. Tom O'Brien after it, tapping it along the ground. Hannah after him. Tom just goes with a long one. Barrels it out. That one heading towards the chalk on the outer side. We will have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, you'll throw it in. It's deliberate as they come, but they'll throw it in. And around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Pulward in the AFL.
It's like soccer.
It's getting very tight at Marvel Stadium. North Melbourne 12-8-80 plays Gold Coast Suns 11-10-76. About 8 minutes to go in the final term.
Yeah.
They'll find a way to lose that.
North searching for their first win.
And what about your Hawkers up against my Catters
the Francis
tonight?
Vaccaro Cup in about 20 minutes' time, Lukey.
I must say, Dan, I'm a little bit worried about that one.
I'll be worried about the post-game if Hawthorn are on.
Here's Muller out of the ruck. That one heading back towards the boundary. Again, just right of centre wing, far side. So the Tigers, it's been a mighty performance this afternoon, Bobby.
Yeah, it's been clinical since half-time, really. Since half-time, it's been 6 goals to 0, basically from half-time, and they've done what they needed to do to get the job done and keep their season rolling along. They've been showing signs, but today was arguably the best performance of the year. Sorry, mate.
Nick Sedgwick just slipped over there, gets it back to Tim Hannah. They get it inside 50 now. Nice mark from Will Unthank. I know you like this player, Dan, and I do too. I'm a big fan of this guy.
Yeah, and he's got a beautiful kick on him too.
He has. He's got a lovely kick. Look at that. And spots up Jackson Kelly. Defensive 50 here, the yellow and black. And Jackson goes very wide. So they're in full control here. Here's Byrne. Got a 51-point lead. Yep, you heard correctly. They've really just blown this game apart, the Albury Tigers. Packer coming back onto the ground for them. Should be on the picture now. And the live stream, thanks to Snapprint Solutions this afternoon.
Oh, that man.
On O&M Live, as Muller. Low ball up towards the arc of the 50. Bounces inside the attacking zone here for the yellow and black. Bevan trying to weave out. Short one to Sean Driscoll, who just lost his handle on the footy. Jackson Kelly again. Sean's got him now. And then out the back it went. Rasharrell. McGrath tried to get him. Patton. Powell's got him. Ball comes out the side. Here's Clemson. Onto that left foot. Short ball gets it out wide to Jack Driscoll. So the Panthers, it's so important, Bobby, that they play through to the finish line.
Yeah, exactly. They need to get something out of this last 15, 20 minutes of the game. So, yeah, boy, entering the ball into the centre of the ground, that's a start.
There goes Patton. Hurriedly on the boot. It was a rush kick. He was under pressure. Corby Robertson went past him. He's Byrne, just fumbling. Sean Daly up against Aiden Cook. Daly goes again. Cook with him. Comes out. Play goes on. O'Brien swung around by Hannah. This isn't pretty over there, but it's going on anyhow. And then Byrne just says, let's get it out, boys. Quaid comes away with it. Centres it up to Blomley. Let's have a look down there. Will goes in. Now Tiziani's out. He's on it to it now. Turns around. Don't know about that kick. And now it's tied up with Bevan, and the umpire will ball it up.
You described that beautifully. It was not quite good enough, that kick, Lukey.
Hopefully by the tone of my voice, Bobby, you could tell what I meant. Is Sedgwick, the Tom Hargrave, then off to Costello. So here come the Panthers. 91 plays 40 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Tigers well up as Costello goes inside 50. Here goes Osterhoff, the Rooster left foot. He gets that one, I reckon. Yep, he puts it home. So 91 now plays 46 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock has gone over 12 final
Has
two.
he kicked 4,
yes.
the Rooster?
That's 4 goals,
Oh,
1.
the big Roosters had a decent day out for a poor day from Lavington. And the other positive as well to take out of this game, Jack Costello's growing every single week now, so 15 disposals for him for the day. He's probably had a bit of a run in the midfield today. Probably gotten a little bit of a lesson from the likes of, obviously, Fletcher Carroll running ragged, but Jack Costello is going to be a player to watch in the coming years.
I think one of the things that Snides will highlight after the game is their ball movement and ball pattern that they had from the back half moving forward. That was better through the middle. There's been times where they just haven't had the courage to get the ball through the middle corridor, and whenever they have, it seems to be working for them. So I think that'll be a highlight for him after the game.
Tom Hargrave, big clearance out of the middle. Sean Daly.
Oh, yes.
One of the co-coaches of the Albury Football Club will actually step aside at the end of the season, of course, with Anthony Miles. Anthony not playing today with that knee injury. 2 champions of the club. Fletcher Carroll down towards centre wing. How many now for Fletcher, Dan?
Fletcher Carroll has 38.
Deary me, he has been enormous. Daly at the back, Fletcher Carroll, he's 39. 39, I should say, for 40 weeks. And Clemson trying to pick it up.
Oh, gee whiz.
Yeah, just caught one high there. And play goes on. That was McRae moments ago.
See, I don't mind that. They're playing on and taking the game on a little bit. Yeah, that causes defenders to be nervous, so I don't mind that.
Carroll, now has he chalked up 40?
He has 41.
Deary me. Thanks to 40 weeks. He's just been off the charts today. Costello, fist to it. Ball comes out towards the boundary line. Tom Hargrave, John O'Mail, Darcy Smith meets him. And again, we're going to have another boundary throw-in, Bobby.
Yeah, Fletcher Carroll's had a real day out. You know, he's been threatening to do this for a few weeks now, and for him to when this club was on the line, I spoke to him on the way in, and he was up. He was ready to go. He said this is a big 8-point game for it. And the players aren't silly. They realise the importance of big games, and this is a massive game for the footy club, and he really, that's what you want for your guns. You want your guns to step up when it really matters, and boy, oh boy, has Fletcher Carroll come to the party today.
Hasn't he, what? Tom Hargrave, he's been enormous for the Panthers. Just does not stop trying. Corby Robertson with it. 65 to 70 out. Half forward flank, and he pops it up. There's a high entry. Let's have a look down there. Good contest, Kelly. Osterhoff off the ground, misses. One behind. 91 plays 47 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard, Bobby.
Big Izzy's cooked. He has not moved since the last throw in. He's moved probably 5 metres. He has had a big day, Dan. He's played his heart out. He's another one that's come to the party when his club needed it the most, and I suppose he's like that every week.
28 disposals for him.
Yeah, the Man Mountain, Jake. O'Brien's kick was smothered. Play goes on. Rasharrell trying to get out of the Tigers' tackle. Sam Hargrave Muller. There he is, Bobby.
He's moved another 5 metres to take that mark, the big fella. He's had a great day.
And around the grounds from Mr. Stowe's pool well down at Martin Park, it's still tight. Wodonga 9-7-61 to Wangaratta 10-8-68.
Very good. What about those Bombers last night, eh?
No one cares, mate.
Collingwood, 5 consecutive goals in the first
Care about
term.
Collingwood not winning, though.
Yeah. Here's Hart. Panthers, can they get one here? That's a driving kick. Oh, nice Mark Byrne. Geez, a good young player. He's had a good couple of years, Bobby.
Yeah, Byrne, O'Brien, Unthank. Some really lesser lights of it. Oh, geez, there's a bit going on here on the wing here, lads. There's a couple of punches being thrown.
Yeah,
Duncan.
Corby Robinson and Mick Duncan. So this is right off the ball. Now, you wouldn't be able to pick that up on the live stream, I wouldn't think.
Runners need to stay out of it.
Yeah, and now what's happening here? Tim Osterhoff and Ben Kelly are coming down. Are they going to break it up? Yeah, smart. Smart from those two. That's really good footy.
Yeah, Mick Duncan's thrown one there.
Okay, play goes on here. Oscar Lyons tries to get one out to a net. So they play on the Panthers through the corridor. Short one to Sam Hargrave. It'd be good to get one out of this. They almost need a consolation now to get something out of this final term. Here's Costello.
Oh, dearie me.
Taken down by Duncan. Now, that's probably the flow-on effect of what we just saw moments ago, Bobby.
Yeah, he's lost his head a little bit here, Dunks.
Yeah, they need to get the boy off.
Yeah, the game didn't need that.
No.
Anyway, so Darcy Smith has ended up with the ball here in the forward pocket, plays on to Sean Driscoll. Sean kicks the goal, so 91 plays 53 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone 17 final term. But, yeah, Mick Duncan, with a bit of steam coming out of his ears, and the runner with him now, Dan.
Yeah, he is. I think the runner's trying to convince him to come off, but he's staying on there, Michael Duncan, so hopefully he's cooled down.
Yeah, I think they've got to get him off in any case.
It's a little bit hot out there sometimes.
So there's a little bit of to do out here, and that young Colby Robinson and Mick Duncan were just introducing themselves before the siren had finished, and said we'll catch up for a beer later, and one of them didn't like drinking beer, so that's where they got to, I think.
That's what happened?
That's what happened. I read between the lines.
It can happen when you're having that conversation with a teetotaler. There's Tom Hargrave out the back to Sean Driscoll, and Driscoll to the half-forward flank, Sedgwick. Good hands from Nick, and he plays on here. Oh, he's gone. Max Byrne, you won't get around him too often. They play on the Tigers. Kelly tried to get one out to McGrath. Driscoll goes again. Nice work from Charlie. Held up by Sean Driscoll, umpire to take control.
That's the today for Lavington. Sedgie should have just backed himself and kept rolling and played and pulled the trigger. He just didn't pull the trigger, and that's been the story of the day for Lavington. They just haven't been able to roll in and pull the trigger.
Here goes Newton, kicked a great goal in the first half. Goes down towards the Hannah Street end. Nice mark from Aidan Cook. He's taken one, Dan.
Yeah, he has, Aidan Cook, and he's competed well all day, sort of playing that second fiddle to Rooster, and obviously consolation goals, but Schneids has to be pleased with the last sort of 5 to 10 minutes from Lavington here, so he should go back and split the middle.
Aidan will have a shot here, 25 out. Hannah Street end, 45-degree angle. Pretty standard regulation shot on goal here for an O&M first grader, and that's usually when they miss.
Oh, no.
And he has. Thanks, Lukey.
Yeah.
Massive news coming out of Martin Park. Scores are level at Martin Park. 10-8-68 to 10-8-68, Lukey.
Wow.
Between Wodonga and Wangaratta. Season on the line for Wodonga.
Yeah, great work, Dan. Thanks to Mr. Stowes. And our boys there for 15-6-3-E calling that game. Here's Muller. Halfback flank for the yellow and black. Well and truly home the Tigers. They lead 13-13-91 to the Lavington Panthers. 8-6-54 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Final term here at the Lavington Sports Ground. We're gone close to 20. Here's Jake Page. Good style of footballer, Jake. And he's about to just gain about 40 to 45 metres here. Jackson Kelly. Now that's Tiziani in front. Taking it. Here's Lockie. Short ball, Fletcher Carroll. Dan, how many?
42, Fletcher Carroll.
Nuts. And then goes to the half-forward flank. Beautiful delivery to McGrath. Now, what have they got here, the Tigers? Powell's in there in a one-on-one. Try to get rid of his opponent. Hannah plays on, tried to rush it, ended up with Powell again. Good tussle down there for the footy. Getting swung around there was Clemson. He's come to the turf. umpire to take control. 25 out from goal, scoreboard end.
I'd love to see what Fletcher's efficiency rate has been today, Dan. It'd be...
Oh, it's been fantastic. I haven't really seen him sort of make a mistake today, Fletcher Carroll, from his 42 touches, which is impressive.
Yeah, he's just been a level above anyone else on the ground today, Fletcher Carroll. Sam Hargrave, Packer, jams it on the boot, and Jackson Kelly is going to end up with it, and he could end up with 2 in the final term, Bobby.
Certainly has. His last quarter's been very promising, and he's the type of player that needs to grow and become a better contributor to the Albury Tigers Footy Club if they want to, have an impact in September if they do happen to make it, because, we know what Albury's like when they make finals. They love to win them.
Here he goes, Jackson. 25 out, directly in front, and he's got it. He's got it all right. Albury Tigers 91 play the Lavington Panthers 54 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock has gone 21.5. Final term, Dan.
Yeah, it's a good finish by Jackson Kelly, and he's had a really good last quarter. 5 disposals and 2 goals for him as well. So it's yes, it's a bit of a dead rubber here, but it's not at Martin Park. The scores are still level between Wodonga and the Wangaratta Magpies as well. So season on the line for Wodonga.
Bobby?
Yeah, no, I concur, Dan.
Thank you. Thanks, Bob.
That was wonderful radio on O&M Live. 1494 2AY. Back in the middle, Muller. And grabs it again, gets it forward quickly. Jackson Kelly, 60 out. And then chips it up. Running back with the flight was Tiziani. Couldn't quite get there. Walker. And then getting out was Hart. Jesse gets one over the top to Costello. Out wide they go to Rocharol. Inside to Tom Hargrave. Just got a fist to it. Kelly shovels it back to Fletcher Carroll. That wasn't great off his boot. Here's Clemson for the Panthers to Tom Hargrave. Got around Kelly. Comes this way to McRae and then on to Driscoll. Here goes Sean up towards centre half forward for the Panthers. Jack Driscoll got it fisted away from him. He's going to receive the free kick. Right on the paint here, 50 metres. He's getting up a little gingerly there, Bobby.
I think he's caught one.
Kidneys.
Caught one in the buttocks.
Okay. Here goes Jack. That wasn't one of us. That was someone in our effects mic downstairs. All over the back was Tim Osterhoff. Aiden Cook kicks a goal for the Panthers. 97 plays 60 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Ends at Albury time clock has gone over 23 in the final term.
Yeah, and I reckon we talked about it 15 minutes or so ago about Lavington just trying to get something out of this game, Luke, and I think they have. I think they're playing better football. They're a little bit more free-flowing. It's probably a little bit to do with Albury being fatigued as well, running themselves into the ground. But Lavington have been impressive the last 15 minutes as well, so that's a really good finish. And I guess it'll be some positive that Schneitz can hang his hat on from the most part a bad day at the office, Bob.
Yeah, Lukey, you know Snides well, and I know him reasonably well. I'm not sure he's not going to be all stoked about what's happened today.
Good luck with the post-game, Bob.
Yeah, well, that's it. It'll be hard, sort of picking out a few positives in the last half of this game. That is for sure for the Panthers. They'd be terribly disappointed with this. Sean Driscoll forward. Oh, well done, Unthank, going back with the flight. Now, here comes Tom O'Brien on a run and gets it to that man, Fletcher Carroll. Out wide to McGrath. McGrath chips one over the top here to John O'Male. He's been great since he's come into the Tigers lineup, this man. Jono. And then left foot sends one in. Walker over the back. Blomley has a chance to pounce on it. Sean Driscoll's got to go back. Here is Annette. Chris goes to Rocharol. Geez, that was a rough old kick out of the fence. It's going to work though. Aiden Cook after it. John O'Male after him. Picks it up now to Aiden. Joining the contest was McGrath. And that ball is at the bottom now. It's not coming out of there. Umpire wants it for a ball up. Left of centre wing.
Yeah, and Wangaratta have just kicked a goal there in the 21st minute mark as well. A little bit of controversy too. I think the Wodonga players were appealing for a touch, but they went through, so they're up by a straight kick.
So the Maggies up by a kick at Martin Park Den.
Yep.
Wow.
That's what I'm telling you, Lukey.
Yeah. On 15-6-3-E. On in live that game. We're here at the Lavington Sports Ground for the Panthers and the Tigers. Albury 97 lead the Panthers 60 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Final term.
Just a quick one, Luke. 9 out of the last 12 goals have gone to Albury since that cross from Nick Newton in the late in the second quarter. So
that went to Matt Walker.
Went to Matt Walker. So there's your
it
sliding
was
doors moment, wasn't it?
deflating moment, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's
so
just
that was
all unravelled after that.
pretty much. Yeah, the score. Lavington were in front at that point. They were in front by 1 point when that actually happened. So 9 goals to 3 since then, and there's your ball game.
Good work from you, Bob.
Thank you.
Many Tigers and Panthers around the ball here at the Hannah Street end.
We'll have to get our man down the boundary soon, old Bobby Jackson.
Yeah,
do some work.
I'm heading down shortly, boys.
I think we know who's going to win our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day.
Sean Daly.
Come on, Bob.
Sean Daly.
That's a bit rough.
Fletcher Carroll has changed his name to Sean Daly. That's the only thing I can think of.
He's Tom O'Brien.
One of my all-time favourites, Sean Daly.
All Hart with a big fist over the top. Jackson Kelly short ball to Blomley. Try to get it out over the top of a net. There goes Carroll again. Dan, have you got a calculator over there to try and work out how many he's had?
I'm struggling big time, mate. I didn't do maths in year 12, so...
You almost need 2 calculators to work out his stats today. There's John O'Mail and also Costello.
Oh, no, Umpy.
Right. There goes Jack to Sean Driscoll. So they're back in the corridor, the Panthers, then squares one up. Here they come again through McRae. And Campbell goes right to the half-forward flank. Smith just fumbles, Packer after him. Darcy swings around, tries to get it to centre half forward. Sean Driscoll on the second attempt has taken the mark. That was good. 97 plays 60. Tigers up on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. And that's the way it will finish. So again, the final score at the Lavington Sports Ground, it is the Albury Tigers 14-13-97, a great win, a big one over the Lavington Panthers 9-6-60. So Dan Vaccaro and Bobby Jackson just behind me in the broadcast box. Yep. They're going to make their way. I know Bobby's at least going to make his way down to the ground level.
Bobby's going to make his way down with the Player of the Day postcard as well, and I'll keep you company up here, Lukey. So, yeah, good win by Albury. I know Lavington showed a little bit late, but they run over the top of Lavington 14-13-97 to 9-6-60 as well. So, comfortable win in the end. Disappointing from Lavington. Schneids will be bitterly disappointed. He's a pretty proud man, Schneids, and he probably wouldn't accept that, I don't reckon, Lukey.
I think it's fair to say we all expected more from Lavington today, didn't we, Dan? I think half our O&M team or 2/3 of it all tip Panthers.
Yeah, and just their nature and the way they play every game, Lukey, isn't really what we saw today. I don't think it's not a true reflection. I know they had some big outs, and I don't care what anyone says. When you take your 2 best midfielders out of a team, you are going to struggle. So Billy Glanville and obviously Ben Ashley Cooper came out late for that game. So that's hard for Lavington to plan without those 2 as well. So it is harsh, but it is what it is. And around the grounds for Mrs. Stowe's pool, it's still a ripping contest here between Wodonga Bulldogs and Wang Magpies. It's 68-74 with not long to go. The 24-minute mark of that quarter as well. So
and the Maggies were in front,
very close. So Wangaratta are in front by a kick. So season defining, I reckon, for Wodonga if they got done.
I tell you what is season defining too, Dan, is we'd hope Bob Jackson went to the right man, because if he didn't,
he wouldn't be welcome back, I think.
Well, that's it.
I think we just made the executive call. If he doesn't go to Fletcher Carroll, that'll be curtains for Bob. Has he got us down there, Bob? He looks like he's
certainly have, boys.
Oh, look at that.
Look at you,
is our operator.
Bob. I noticed you haven't got the air-conditioned jeans on today.
No.
No air-conditioned jeans, but he's
Fletch,
gone
come here, young fella.
Yeah,
here we go. So Bob Jackson with Fletcher Carroll. Here we go.
How good was that, mate?
Mate, that's honestly unreal. Our year so far, it's been up and down, and there was so much on winning today, and all week it was just such a good build-up. And I thought from the start of the day we just had a good feeling about today. I'm just so happy to win.
I saw you on the way in, and you said this is a big game. It's an 8-point game, and the look in your eye. I thought, I've played against your old man before, and I thought, I've seen that look before. And I said in the call, the big game, big players come when the game is at its highest, and you did today with I think it was 43 touches or something like today, and I think it wasn't until your last touch you wasted one. So you've had a day out.
Look, I'm just happy to contribute, mate. My year so far, I think, has probably been a little bit down from previous years, but I feel like now, coming an important part of the year, now is when you really want to be playing well, and look, I'm just happy to contribute to a win today.
you got 3 massive games coming up. Today was really, really important in regards to probably the next month or so to set your season up and actually have an impact in September. So it's a great springboard into the next 3 weeks.
It is, mate. Literally every game from now on is just big for us. We need to pretty much win every game. So, I mean, it's great. Like, we probably haven't had this for a while where we've sort of been the underdog just fighting for a spot in final. So, it's awesome. It's a good challenge, and I know that the boys are up for it.
Good stuff, mate. Well done today, mate.
Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate it.
There he was, Bobby Jackson, with our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, Fletcher Carroll. And Dan, we'll just hear his stats again, Fletcher, for the game, thanks to 40 weeks.
44 disposals. He had 12 in the last quarter as well, Lukey. So he was brilliant from the get-go. Every single quarter he was dominant. And, yeah, he was fantastic all day today.
Yeah, fantastic. So there he is, rightio. Well, we'll get to a break here.
And the game over at Martin Park as well. So Wangaratta, 7-point victories.
There you go. So a big win for the Maggies at Martin Park over the Doggies. Yeah, and our final score here, we'll just bring it up again at the Lavington Sports Ground. It was a great win. It certainly was to the Albury Football Club. They took it out today over the Lavington Panthers, 14-13-97 to Lavington's 9-6-60. This is O&M Live. We'll get to a break. And remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.